Welcome back, fellow scribes. It's time for this exploration age. Let's get on into it. Uthya, might be deleting that, maybe. We'll have to take a look. Might have to pull an army over there. Take care of that. I don't like this at all, though. This is kind of... Actually, you know what? I kind of do have an idea here. Yeah, grab this before we get started on anything. Let's grab these guys, see if we can... Alright, we can get there in, like, apparently... What is that? 2, 3, 4 turns? Which means I can get to this in about 8. Alright. Let's get to Alabama first. We're going to do that. I don't like this, so we're going to have, like, military over there. Creek can kind of be protected with this boat, and we have an army commander over here in Kansas. In fact, we'll take this guy. I think it would be faster. Let's kind of put him, like, in the middle here. I think that's a great idea. Alright, and then I don't like Missouri being out here by its lonesome, but should be okay. Alright. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, let's take a look at the environment here. Okay, so... No turtles. We're not getting those. Those crabs belong to him. That's fine. Alright. We definitely have some settle options we're probably going to want to take. I'm just taking a look to see if we're going to go for Grand Bazaar or not right off the bat. Oh, there is some sugar there we might want. Tea. Do we want Creek to be a city? Ooh, I don't know. It has great adjacencies for culture, I will admit. Luckily, we were able to get these 3 mountains because it looks like Xerxes took some from us, which is... kind of annoying. I like my mountains. I do like my mountains. Alright, so let's see what else we got going on here. Alright, Homa. Okay, not too bad. Alabama, looking pretty good. Okay. And what about up here with Kusin? Okay. Choctaw, not really much in the way of resources. Artem kind of lost some resources, but it still has some. She's kind of up here probably wanting to settle for these whales, I bet. She's going to do a weird settle up there, maybe. That's fine. We're probably going to go for a settle in here. Alright, so the treasure-wise... It's okay. Maybe we'll do a Grand Bazaar. I think I'll probably do it anyway. I do want the, even though we don't have much treasure, I do want the resource slots for it. So, okay, let's start getting into this. See what our dedications are going to be. So, we can purchase buildings 5% easier, doubled on gold buildings. We could even get a resource capacity in all of our settlements. That'd be pretty good. Towns gain an additional 2 population with their first growth event. I think this would actually be insanely good because we also have the towns growing. This is just going to be great. This will really jumpstart us. I've been off and on this. 4 corners is pretty powerful depending on how you set it up. Alright, so we got that out of the way. We don't need any settlers at the moment. We could get piety, could get astronomy. All good options. Could get more of the gold abilities. We could stay friends with everybody. 5 happiness per alliance and 200% cost to denounce me. So basically nobody's really going to denounce me. That'd be pretty good for a gold run in my opinion, because that way nobody's going to really fight us. Let's see here though. I think I have an idea, so I don't think I need the money. I know that sounds crazy, but I have an idea. So I'm going to go settlement limit, or not settlement, resource capacity in my settlements. That way my cities can really get going and give me more GDP. And I think I'm going to probably take astronomy, maybe. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, we got the classics. I don't need these. These would be great, but I'm kind of doing something different with that. I don't really care for the science on our great works. I'm just going to grab astronomy, and that's going to be that. Yeah, so we'll have to go... Actually, piety may be more my speed. That's great works. Astronomy with that. Yeah, okay, yeah, I want astronomy. I have a plan here. So we're going to confirm this. We're going to switch... Oh, before we do that, which means I got to change everything. We're going to turn Alabama into the new capital. So Homa here, we're going to buy for 100 gold. Boom, get that out of the way. Do we want to make any other cities before we start? I think we do. Let's see here. Kusa could definitely do it. 2, 3. Yeah, we definitely want Kusa to be a city. We need to get some... even Choctaw might be a city. We want to get all of our cities that have 3 mountain tiles. Luckily, Homa barely makes the cut, surprisingly. I'm going to have to get that volcano running, too. Oh, my bad. We also got this one. Okay, yeah, Homa's got it. Kansas doesn't need to be a city. Area does not. Creek could be a city as well. Obviously, Alabama will be. So, yeah, we'll definitely do Kusa. Let's check our adjacencies. We do have a 3 here, so we can work off that for science. We got lovely adjacencies for culture and happiness buildings. Also with gold buildings if we do certain things. So, yeah, I think Kusa is a great... 750 to convert. Okay, so we can't even do it anyway. It's going to be even more expensive because we're going to set Alabama up as the capital right now. So let's put our stuff back in. Resource, towns getting additional, and unlocking astronomy. And now let's go from Cahokia to Alabama. and confirm. We're locking these in. I know normally it's like you just automatically take piety and astronomy and then throw another, at least, well, that's what I've been doing. So this is kind of why I wanted astronomy. I don't care about getting the extra science right off the bat. I mean, it's going to help for sure. Don't get me wrong, it'll be a big boost. But I want to get Serpent's Mound. We do have a few unique improvements, and we are going to put more down. So this is really going to help us out. So that's why we're going for that. All right, we got our fleet commanders. We got all that unlocked because, to be fair, I really don't care about the ocean. We'll find other people. I don't care about settling it, though. Not one bit. There's a few reasons for that. Okay, so we got our cog here, got a cog here. Did we ever get another cog? I don't think we ever did. I need to ask something. Alright, we gotta destroy Niani, by the way. That is something we are going to do. Yeah, we are going to kill Niani. So we're just gonna go ahead and get that going right here. Yeah, it's in the way. It's gotta go. Niani's gotta go. I don't care that they find me friendly now. In fact, we might start this war immediately. We probably will. Oh, that's right. You're an initiative guy. Oh, that's fine. No big deal. All right, we'll finish that up. Let's get everybody else up and running first. Everybody else moving around. Yeah, really, where is my cog? I could buy a cog. Honestly, this would probably be a good oh, there it is. Yeah, words. Actually, go all the way up here. What is going on with this settle? I want to see that first. And how much does it cost for me to buy cogs, by the way? I can also give me a fleet commander just right now. My luck, he would die. Okay, so we get another cog. Let's go ahead and put him, you know what? Right around here actually looks good. So Missouri, get me a cog in here. Yeah, go ahead. Buy that. Beautiful. All right, let's get our productions up and running. All right. I can't build Serpent's Mound in Cahokia. Where can I build Serpent's Mound? I do actually... I do want that wonder. Are you kidding me? Could I not build Serpent's Mound right now? Was it flat terrain? Must be built in grassland. Okay, well, where's my grassland at? I have all these plains. Do I not have a grassland? Oh, well, that's just... Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes the stuff in this is really annoying. Really, plains aren't considered grasslands. I have so many spots I can put this darn thing. Alright, well, never mind. I guess we're not building Serpent's Mound. Load, but whatever. Alright, we'll move on. Let's go ahead and get stonecutters and things like that. Definitely gonna go here for a stonecutter. Let's get rid of that market. Don't need that anymore. Then after that stonecutter, we're gonna go... Yep, we need bazaars. Now, we could get adjacencies to resources. That's one way to get some gold. We also have another way to make money, which is going to take a while. In fact, let's just go ahead and get in there and show those civics now. All right, so first off, oh, it's right off the rip. Right off the rip. How about that? So we get gold adjacent to all adjacent buildings. So Terrace Farms, we want them next to our buildings. A unique improvement must be placed on rough terrain without a river or feature. Okay, so rough terrain, gotcha. And then food and gold buildings receive an adjacency for mountains. Rough terrain does not end movement. Replaces Tirakuna 1. Wait, what do you mean Tirakuna 1? Oh, right. We should be... I'm going to have to check that. I'm worried about that now. Anyway, we got a tradition slot. Alright, cities and homelands with 3 worked mountains generate treasure convoys worth 2 cargo. We're going to go nuts on that. Machu Picchu. We're basically going to do this whole thing. But before we do, economics, baby. Economics. We're going to get piety very soon as well. Now that I know I can't get Serpent's Mound, I wish I'd done piety. Because I had a certain thing I wanted to run on that. Alright, so let's get into... Cusco here, or my, oh yeah, because, yeah, change from Alabama to Cusco. We could really do anything, but let's do the stonecutter. I'm going to want that production ASAP. Alright, so what do we got in here? We got a bath. Oh, wait, no, that's the palace. My bad. The bath's over here. Alright, so garden and market. Great. Actually, we do want to crush this. Yeah, we'll crush this. It's only a 2 adjacency if the gold stays. And by that standard, we'll just get over here to these mountains. So, yep, let's go ahead and crush that. All right, then we'll probably do an observatory. Let's go ahead and do Homa. Yeah, we're just going to get our big buildings first. Just get those out of the way. All right. I could actually get a food adjacency off of this. It's not a terrible idea. What's this for? Ah, food adjacency over here, too. Well, if I had to get a food adjacency, might as well leave the volcano alone and just go for out here. Yeah, because we're not going to build... yeah, we'll go there. All right, perfect. Let's start allocating resources. I'm going to dump all that out. Not sure you're not getting... No. No. Now, I will agree to that, and we'll agree to that one. All right, yeah, crabs shouldn't go to any other towns because they're done. Let's see here. All right, 50.5. Yeah, we still have a ton of production, which is great. All right, you're getting elephants. You're a city. You're getting elephants. All right, so let's go ahead and put this into Homa because it has the least amount of slots. And we got to throw in whoever gets... Okay, actually, this works perfect. So Cusco... Now, Cahokia has more production, actually. So Cahokia is going to get all the gold. So Cahokia has the better spot. So there we go. 60 on that. Now, we're going to give Cusco a bit more production. And then we'll give Homa a bit more production. That looks pretty reasonable. And then we'll just fill in the rest. You have the most culture, so you get the culture. Boom. Next highest culture is couscous, so you get that. And then we'll boost it with this. Oh, lovely. That actually worked out really well. And then we'll throw some food into Homa, which boosts both. All right, and then let's just throw in some incense. Doesn't really matter because all of this is giving me GDP, so we want it slotted regardless. There we go. So GDP, and then we'll just throw some science into Choctaw, looking pretty good. Creek looking not too bad. Kanza, why does Kanza have 14 science? Oh, right. Well, doesn't really matter, but I'm going to throw it there. Kanza has science because it has tropical tiles, that's why. All right, there we go. All right, governments. What are we going to do? Plutocracy, feudal monarchy, theocracy. I've been grabbing theocracy way too much, guys. We're not going to do theocracy this time. We are spreading a religion, but I don't care about relics this time. So we're finally moving away from that. In all honesty, I think we're just going to go plutocracy. I want to overbuild faster. I want to have more money. I'm just greedy like that. Science on gold buildings, science from trade. This is definitely Pachacuti way to go. So plutocracy it will be. So there we go. We're plutocrats, which actually should increase our... would it be plutocrats? Yeah, I guess. All right, yep. Okay, so we got our stone cutters working everywhere because that's going to get us production. We're going to move forward. All right, we could do cartography. It's not a bad idea, you know, getting food and civilians going out. I'm going to go to machinery, though. I'm kind of wanting to stay home. All right, so we do still have... Okay, so this is shell-tempered pottery. We're fine. We're fine. All right, perfect. We can plug that in. Actually, this won't help us right now. Food goal... Well, actually, the warehouse buildings. Warehouse buildings will. So we're going to plug that in. And then let's go for... Oh, look at that. So gift economy stays. The other one went away, so we'll have to get that unlocked again. We will be doing that soon. Obviously, we got our merchants. We don't really need any of this right now. The combat strength is kind of useless. So let's just get gold out of all of our settlements. I really just want to boost our money input as soon as possible. Very good. All right, we'll definitely want to... Actually, we'll even go ahead and use a bit of our influence, send her an open market. She's hurting on the cash. Let's go ahead and just increase our gold even more. Let's get in here. Cultural attributes. We're going to go for the wonder building. All right, and then we're going to go for the culture. And then here's why we did these again. Well, I do like that. Oh, that would be great. But no, we're going to go here. So we're going to get a little extra science from our resources. So we're now at 130 because we're slotting a lot of resources. All right, perfect. We got that out of the way. We're going to kill Niani. Might kill Ayutthaya. We're 1 over the settlement limit, so that is one thing to think about. I'd rather befriend people that are far away from me if I could. Yeah, because this area needs to go. Oh, that's right. We were going to do that. We're over the settlement cap. Let's do that. Trade opportunities. Yep, we do want to trade with people. Low happiness, let's get that out of the way. We don't care. All right, yeah, we're going to do this fight. So let's go ahead and do that fight. Begin hostilities. Yeah, we're going to begin hostilities with Niani. You are dumb. Why do you do that? Why do they always do that? They love doing that. It's like, oh, I can't hit you, so I'm going to move around. That's dumb. All right, so moving on from that little situation. You're just going to auto-explore still. All right, you're going to sit tight. Maybe make fortifications faster. I don't know. All right. Oh, I didn't even know I had 2 scouts. Off you go. Do whatever you want. I really don't care. Oh, not next turn. Okay, we got some people. We got some people. This is good. We do want Shangjing. We're going to befriend them again because they'll give us a settlement limit. And then I want to go with Samarkand if I could. That'd be a great pickup. All right, now before we go, let's get these guys running. Get these, yep, I definitely want to trade with Parsa. We'll get him going. All right. We're trading with Parsa, Xerxes. Okay, Awa. Yep, let's go trade with Rizal because right now he is neutral with me. All right, next up, Rizal, Xerxes, Friedrich. He's far away, might as well. Yeah, we'll go ahead and send him a delegate, or not delegation, trade. All right, so we got those guys. Rizal. Oh, yeah, let's finally trade with Catherine. All right, let's get that going. We have a bit of money left. If we could buy another guy in Cusco here, that would be great. Okay, we can't. 240. We could do that next turn. Yeah, we could do that next turn. All right. Let's rock and roll. Let's go. Yeah, we're here to make a ton of money. That's our goal. Now, we do have to be worried about Alexander here. He did choose Mongolia. That does concern me. All right, we got some support. I will support this. I actually do need the culture. We're doing okay on science. How are we doing on science, by the way? A reasonable amount, actually. I don't know where she dropped off on that, but she is making great culture. Of course, Rizal's making culture. He's Hawaii. Monster. Such a monster. Combat strength I don't need, but I will accept this. We are allied with him still, so that's great. In fact, if we get one more alliance, we'll get the other dedication. All right, perfect. Again, I am annoyed I cannot build Serpent's Mound. I wish there was a way to check that. Let's go into the Bazaar. Now we know that we can get gold adjacency off of this. If we want to wait, we could actually go here, and we'd get 2 and then eventually 3 gold adjacency off of this, and then we can just move our culture building up 1 and have that get 3 culture off of that, because our other culture building is a double. We're doing okay with that. We are getting 2 gold there. It's not terrible. That one's okay as well. Actually, this is a good place to go to. That gets us a nice 3 that we can work with as well for gold. We're actually going to crush quite a few places now that I mention all that, but we will probably go here first for the gold. So let's go ahead and plug that in. We did destroy one of our pot cops. That is unfortunate, but hey, guess what? That actually works in our favor. We can start working mountains because we need 2 more mountains anyway. So that's actually great for us. All right, you need to get back up there, you crazy person. It's insane that you did that. All right, yeah, we'll go ahead and do this attack too. Okay, go ahead and do this attack. Let's just go ahead. No. Attack this guy. If he marched up, I would have been in trouble. Okay, so she does have more area up here. Okay, I'm starting to see why she's doing that. Good to know. We do have 340. I am more concerned about getting us another merchant than I am anything else, so let's go ahead and do that. And then we're going to want to start buying buildings and stuff. We want to save up. I want to get Kuska up and running. Is he already befriending Utia? We're going to see if we can crush that. Looks like he is kind of blocking me off, so we'll have to see. Looks like Xerxes is dispersing his military, so that can be good or bad. We'll just have to see. All right, so we got this. Hey, let's go ahead and grab this discoverable out here. Now, we might do 1 or 2 settles in distant lands, but when I say distant lands, I mean if there's any islands nearby, because I'll use them as trade hubs. That's really all I'm going to use them for, too. Barely made it out. Now, we do have scribe difficulty for the ocean, because that makes them... Really, I still take the same damage, but now they take the same damage as me, mostly. What's this going to give me? 75 culture. We do want that culture. That is much more important to me than 150 gold, especially when I make 200 a turn. All right, bazaars, observatories... Yeah, I'm really bummed about that, but it's whatever. All right, so this is going to be our new bazaar, because this is an amazing bazaar once we get up and running. Where else we got good bazaars? Oh, we'll have a great one there, too. But let's go here first. Let's go ahead and take that one. All right. Because I don't know if I want to crush that tile for gold yet. We probably will, but you never know. All right, we do need to work some mountains, so we're going to start mountain working. Where do we want to start? Honestly, over here, because these have 4... Oh, this is actually the best one. Look at that. 2, 2, 1, 2. That's a great tile right there. You can't beat that. All right, so we need 2 more mountains. All right, now let's get our bazaar over here online. We could probably just stay where we're at. We got a 3 adjacency, which is still great. And then we got a 4... Oh, this is actually going to be fire. This will be a 5 adjacency tile. That is actually very good for us. That's extremely good. We could save that for a better building, like a bank or something, but I'm just going to go right there right now. Yeah, we're just going to plug that in immediately. We're destroying our pot cops. It's kind of funny. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our mountains. Honestly, I kind of like this one. That mountain it shall be. Perfect. We got that out of the way. All right, so we're doing Xerxes. Oh, I want to trade with Raga for sure, so I'm definitely going to see if we can maybe get him liking us again and doing some trade routes. Where are we at? Ah, there we go. Athenai. Yes, I do want to trade with Athenai. There we go. That'll probably be the first one to pop off. All right, you get back in here. All right, advance, advance. You're going to heal. You're going to heal. I'm just going to, you know what, just get in there because you're not doing anything for me right now. Perfect. We're just going to leave it like that. All right, so I kind of wanted to do that. Maybe I do buy another, you know what, I am going to buy another cog up here. Let's get him out of the way. 2-6. That way we can actually explore over here. All right, so our commander's here. Yep, that's close enough. Just want to make sure he stays between these two, which I don't like doing that, but we kind of don't have a choice. All right, good. You're near Cusco. If he starts befriending Atieta, we're going to be in trouble. Also, I should probably get a settler ready for that, in all honesty. All right, diplomatic action. 10 food in my cities is actually a big boost for me, because that's not just 10 food. That's pretty much a production. He pretty much just gave me a production. All right, let's see what we got on tech. We could go into castles. Cartography. Well, we do want the wharf, actually. We can place that in rivers, and that would be more capacity. So let's go ahead and get cartography now that I think about it. All right, we're going to start trading. Start with Parsa here. There we go. Maybe that'll make him like me a little bit more. Oh, we do have some camels. Perfect. We're going to slot that into Cusco immediately. All right, now, let's see here. Let's give Cusco back this, and we're actually going to give him the other silk. So we only lost 3 on this, and he gained 5. So, yep, that was a big bonus. We're going to throw this 10 into Cahokia because that's more gold for us. And then let's see what else we can do. So this is 3 food, 3 production, which is actually better for us. But we do want to keep some happiness, of course. Let's drop this. We don't need that. So let's go ahead and put some food in here. So that's 3 production because, you know, that didn't change. But let's try this one, though. Yeah, 6.3 production. Look at that. That's amazing. All right, so we do have the crabs. We do want to slot those into our cities. Let's drop the truffles for now. Give me some crabs. It's actually more production. See, we gained a whole other production out of that. I know it could be better in our towns for this stuff, but we're doing other things. All right, yeah. Cusco actually does make a ton of food, surprisingly. Let's drop the incense. That's just production towards missionaries, so we don't really care right now. There we go. Even more food, more production. Fantastic. So that is now getting us 2 points for slots. We should actually be looking pretty good on our GDP. Friedrich is still going insane because I don't know why he is, but he's kind of ticking me off with it. I'm not going to lie. All right. Give you a hit. Might be able to take you out. Okay, not quite. I'm actually going to go ahead and move up one. Yeah, you guys are fine. All right, so we got this cog. Let's go ahead and start heading out this way. I'll use this one to explore a tad more. Get a little more idea what she's doing over here. Also, if I see this city, I could trade with it. So I need to see that city center. And then once Niani's gone, I should probably start thinking about buying settlers. I might be going over my limit, 420. Not ideal. Not ideal. So we're here. What about Athia? Okay, yeah, we want to get in there. Let's start moving that way. All right, good. We made it with Alexander. Let's start trading with him. Perfect. We got a trade route. All right, so he gave us elephants and jade, so I kind of can't slot things out entirely. Oh, actually, I can. I got one of these. Get that out, because this is worth 2. And more production in Homa, even though really Cusco kind of needs it. You know what? Let's do that. Let me grab some in here. Okay, let's throw the crabs down here, because I think Cusco kind of needs more production. There we go. That's a little better. Lost 12 food out of that. Oh my goodness, that's insane. All right, now we can't really move jades, so what we'll do is we'll just replace our jade and put in the imported jade. That's what we'll do. Hopefully we can start getting more stuff soon enough. Kansas is actually making a ton of food. I kind of want to move this. Yeah, you know what, Artem? I kind of want Artem to grow a bit, so you're going to get more food. So there we go. Man, I lost 10 food. That's insane. All right. Let's move on. Yeah, because if I destroy Uthia, I need to get a settle in here. Question is where? Or maybe I just incorporate it and take it. Let's see, Cusco's taking these mountains. I really wanted like this settle for like going out there, but Knossos is kind of taking that out. It's still not a bad settle though. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if I go here, I can still get these mountains. Yeah, I can still make some stuff happen, which we might do. Might do that. All right. What we got going on? All right. Okay, there's our Grand Bazaar. We need to start building that. All right, what do we got over here? All right, good. We got a swordsman. I'll take him. I will take the happiness on the Colosseum. I've been doing that a lot lately. Friedrich is unhappy. I don't really care. All right, so we've got the main thing. Tomb of Oskia would also be good if I have a desert area. I do want piety rather quickly. But let's go ahead and start heading for Mita. We do want that. That's actually going to be very big for us. 600 gold. We're just going to go ahead and claim that. We got ourselves a policy. Let's go ahead and get some food in our settlements. That actually is a great equation. All right, so we can get our sawmill. Grand Bazaar, 3 turns. That's Cahokia, though. I would at least like Cusco to get it. All right, so that's 1 extra turn. It's a little unfortunate, but we'll make it happen. What is out here? Okay, that's a pot cop. All right. We could go here. That does make a wonderful 5 adjacency science tile for us, which I'm actually for. Because going out here, what do we got? A stone cutter, brickyard saw. So really no adjacencies here for us unless we put a building here. We could get a 3 adjacency on gold. That's not really important to me. Yeah, so let's just go here. We're going to up this tile for science. For science! Alright, I could actually buy a sawmill. Not opposed to that. But let's do that. So back to Cahokia then. Oh, we're growing, right. We need another mountain tile. And I'm just going to grab the ones that... Oh, that's a volcano. Still counts as a mountain, right? Yep, mountain is tropical. Yeah, we'll go for that one then. Alright, so back to productions. Let's go ahead and get that sawmill in, if we can. Well, if I go here, it at least gets us out to a double, maybe, of something. I don't know. On that one. Could also go up here. Get rid of the garden. Get a little bit of food and gold. And then we could go from garden, and then we'll do the grist mill there. That could work pretty well. It's not a bad idea, yeah, because that grist mill would be a great spot for it. I actually do kind of like that idea. Before we do that, let's look at this observatory that I've been wanting to put in forever. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ain't that a beauty? We're going to lose 4 happiness, though, but I'm going to do that right now. Yeah, we're putting that in. It's not. That's a one-turn observatory. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, so sawmill. Let's go ahead and plug that in. Yep, right there. Go ahead and put that in there. And then a grist mill. All right, we could get a little bit of gold off of that. I'm not opposed to that. But yeah, we'll just get rid of... Oh, am I getting rid of my bridge? But I get 2 happiness out of this. -3 gold. That seems reasonable. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Now I gotta figure out my observatory. I don't need to get too ahead of myself, though. We're unlocking things as they go. Oh, we got more slots because everybody... really, 1 slot because of the bazaar? Okay, sure. Either way, it's more GDP. So, first off, my gold powerhouse needs to keep making me more gold. So, click. Thank you. Yes, more gold, please. You can have... I should cancel that. Give me more food in Cusco. That way we can get a touch more. And Homa can have the incense. That works. All right, so let's move on. I'm starting to wonder. You know what? You're growing on me. I don't want to deal with you anymore. Yeah, I don't want to deal with you anymore. I've made up my mind. The more I look at this... Okay, there's furs. Great. Other than that, I get furs, I get crabs, and I get rubies. I mean, it would be a nice town, actually, wouldn't it? Maybe we'll incorporate it. I'm just going to leave that alone. I'd rather destroy this, and I will settle this, so we're going to grab a guy. So there we go. Also, I could start buying buildings in other places. Kusa, we're going to turn into a city, though. Choctaw, we might as well. So yeah, I want to settle in here somewhere, and I definitely want to settle in here somewhere. Like, I just love how this looks. All right, so what we have 4 settlements in distant lands. Well, that's a bummer. That quest is never getting finished. I don't even know why they offered that to me. All right, cool. You're gone. Step in. Disperse. Goodbye, Niani. Thank you for the 100 gold. Let's go ahead and upgrade. There we go. Yep. We're making an assault tree, so that's what we'll do. All right. That settler worries me, so she could kind of ruin this. Good thing we got our own settler. Might settle almost exactly where... Oh, what is this? Ugh. Might move over 1, maybe? I don't know. We're going to figure out this settle. Really, this was kind of ruining stuff over here. So, yeah, we'll see. You know what? Yeah, we can kind of find out what's going on. Looks like a bit of open area. All right, so what's over here, huh? All right, so now I'm starting to see how she settled, which is good to know. We're going to keep crossing the ocean, taking damage, moving on with our lives. It's a grand old time. It's a grand old time. All right, there we go. We've got our wharfs unlocked. That'll give us even more capacity. I have gold, 125 happiness. I'm just going to take this science. Should have waited. I will support that. Yep, we'll go ahead and support that. Not a problem for me. Not a problem. Xerxes still doesn't like me. I really don't care. It's gotten real violent lately. Feudalism would be pretty good. Gets us another settlement limit. How are we looking on that, by the way? Yeah, feudalism does get us closer to shipbuilding, although we really don't care for shipbuilding, in all honesty. Well, if I take this, I could go towards education. I don't even think I can build Zeddy-Daw. Not like I'm really feeling particularly towards that. That does give us more influence. That'd be pretty nice. Yeah, let's just go with feudalism. Let's get that settlement limit up if we could. I would like that. All right, Cahokia, let's get our sawmill and gristmill. We're going to destroy these buildings, fix that little problem. We don't need those buildings, so yeah, that's 1 turn for each of those. That'll be perfect. Our alliance is weakening with Catherine. We're competing for a wonder. All right, so Rizal, are you going to start on this business again? I feel like he is, and that's ticking me off already. All right, so where can you go? Where are you? Oh, well, if you have an open spot. Oh, he doesn't, but sure. That would be your best bet. All right, so we got our settler. Now we can kind of figure this out. So Choctaw is fully expanded out. Can't really do much here. We could settle where they were, which does give us access to some good treasure resources. Also closes this out. Let me actually kind of do this a bit, see if this is even worth a settle. All right. Yeah, she's starting to come this way. So if I take where it was, I don't get the iron. I kind of cut off most of the settle options, except for right there, which she wouldn't take anyway. So really, 1, 2, 3. So we shut that off. She could still settle in here if she wanted, which is not a problem. What's this do for me, though? Is it beneficial to take the horses, the tea, the crabs? I could also get the camels, and the tin. If I come in 1 more, I can still get the tea. And I can still get the horses. If I had to take it, I'd take this one. 1, 2, 3. We would miss out on rubies. Well, that's fine, because 1, 2, 3, we could do a better settle out here anyway for them. So that does kind of work out. So maybe we do go for this spot right here. It does kind of shut out... it does leave... The one downside is this does leave this tile open for settling. So I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll just have to accept it. Mainly because I don't want to move... yeah, I just like... it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Well, this does secure the... Oh, that actually does secure the whole river, except for those 2 tiles that she somehow got out of something. All right, you need to get... Actually, hold up. Yeah, you need to go back. Or just heal in place. I really don't care. I'm going to use my commander to scout a little bit. We have open borders with her anyway, so it's fine. All right. Yeah, because we are allied. Yeah, I want to see this town. Okay, it's right there. It's a very weird placement, but whatever. All right, so... Oh, no way. No way. We found Great Barrier Reef. All right, I said we would settle a few. Okay, I said we would settle a few. We're grabbing that guy immediately. It's Great Barrier Reef. Why would I not? Why would I not do that? All right, what got built? Serpent Mountain by Xerxes. Xerxes ticks me off with that because I wanted to build that. It actually kind of ruined my whole situation because they decided, hey, guess what? You can't build it. Otherwise, I would have had it already. All right, Homa. We could do a wharf. It's actually a great idea. Yeah, we'll just put it with the gristmill, honestly. That's fine with me. Let's get that out of the way. I do need an observatory. Let's start planning that out. So I can get 4 science, or I can get 4 science. And food. Well, ain't that just a pickle. It gives me 8 science. Oh, right. I'm increasing by 4, duh. See, now in here is some amazing science adjacency, which I'd love. Only problem is I'm kind of using it for my culture. Or I could just go right here. For an age. Well, that's still just a double, isn't it? Wait, so why is this one a 4 and this one's a... Oh, because it's the academy. That's right. Well, we could try to fix this, actually. We could try to fix this. So what we could do is we're going to go ahead and get rid of this academy. All right, we're going to go ahead and do that. And a way to fix this is we could put a wonder here. That's a way to fix it. All right, yeah, you're getting in the water. All right, I hope you don't have an aversion to water because you're getting in the water. Yep, getting in the water. You're going to go right here. We're going to... Oh, okay. We have to settle this properly. Looks like right there. Yep. A little island settle. Fine with me, man. Fine with me. All right. Just kind of exploring around. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna fall back on that. Looks like she's actually bringing our settler back. So we might actually be able to settle this a little more than we thought. So that could work in our favor. I don't know if we want to do like a little tiny settle, but it gets us these mountains that could actually be pretty handy. That's a lot of mountains, actually. Goodness. Yeah, you know what? You need to kind of go to my guy. All right, so what we got in here? Something popped off, but I'm not seeing it. All right, good stuff. Great talk. All right, our guy's healed. Let's get him over here. All right, let's start trading with you. We can be the Mughal if we wish, which would be a fun time to mess around. All right, we got turtles. I'd love to slot more. Oh, actually, we can. Yeah, let's just drop the food and take the turtles in for even more culture. Kind of solve that little situation. And now we should be, I want to say, why are we not ahead? Okay, we're climbing on him. I just don't like that he was ahead of me. All right, so now our other thing is Rizal. Where is he building? Okay, so there's his bazaar. All right, we might have bazaar. We might have it. We'll find out. I'll find out after this turn if we're going to have it or not. Tomb of Oskia was already built. That's surprising, actually. All right, so we got a eruption that didn't do much. That's good. All right, so let's move you. Should be able to get over here and probably do one of these settles as well. Okay, you're going to heal after I pillage this. All right, salvage any... Oh, yeah, okay, so full health, fine. All right, so Choctaw here. We do want our mountains. It's actually imperative that we get them because Choctaw will probably become a city as well. All right, actually, we do have enough to make Kusa into a city. How's our settled looking? Okay, so we're about to get one. That'll make us even. Yeah, okay, yeah, let's make Kusa a city. 1,100 gold, of course. It just keeps rising. All right, so let's see his bazaar is now there. Ours is... Okay, we got a few more. All right, we should have it, I think. I've been one-turned many a time, obviously. So we'll just see how that unfolds. Oh, he's playing Spain. Okay, he's going to make a ton of money. I will support this, Alexander. We're getting further away from possibly befriending Ayutthaya, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. All right, oh, we got everything built. That's usually never happens to me. Okay, in that case, I would like another army commander. Yep, give me another one. Put that down. Even though we'll have more stuff to build and all that in a little bit. But yeah, let's go with that. So we're figuring this out. Actually, I might help her out a little bit. Maybe. Might help her destroy what we're looking at. We'll see. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a little XP. Why not? You can just skip your turn. All right, let's make sure we want to confirm this. So we're going to end up here. So we take these tiles. All right, and then we go to here. And here. And we take all this. And we stop right here. So we could put a settle here on fresh. And we can take these mountains and we'd be able to actually get that iron if we wanted. I really don't care for that settle. And there would still be a spot open anyway. Oh, also Kusa's going to eat up most of these mountains. Either way, I do like this. We're going to go ahead and take it. Yeah, I'm going to confirm this. So there's Wanuku. All right. Unhappy because we're over our settlement limit. We're going to secure one of these, one of these, one of these, and one of these. Boom. Look at all that. In the span of one turn, I'm already at 5 population. It's insane. Oh, I love it. Actually, Manuku could be a good city, even though it's really tight fit. All right, we got to get another camel. Who's getting a camel? Apparently, any of you could get a camel. Homa's at 102 food, so Cusco, well, actually, Cusco should, fingers crossed, be getting a the Grand Bazaar, I hope. I'm just going to throw these in because they are imported. So, also, maybe that'll help me finish my commander faster. That'd be nice. All right, let's put that in there. Cusco, fingers crossed. Do we get Grand Bazaar or do we lose it to Rizal? Or does somebody third party us? Because I love when that happens. All right, St. Petersburg, we're now trading with you. We got pitch, which gets us gold for water buildings, and we have... Okay, well, we will take that gold. Let me go ahead. I don't want to do that. Okay, we could drop the incense. Homa actually has water buildings, has 3 of them, so let's take some money there. All right, so 3 gold. I'll take it. I could get more gold. Oh, I have another one of these. Man, Cahokia, I'm starting to wonder if I just start dropping the production, honestly. No, we'll just drop a jade for now, and we'll just take a jade, because it's imported. We could send this production and gold somewhere else. I could just drop the... Also, could just insert this. I mean, we don't have to do every single imported resource into a city. And you know what? Yeah, let's take some science right now. I do kind of like our science ability. Also, we will be making another city eventually, so that will help us out. All right, yeah, we are getting unhappy. I don't like that. Yeah, once we get through some of the stuff, we're going to have to go for a religion. Hopefully we can get this bazaar. That's kind of... You are kidding me. It is so stupid every time. Was it Rizal? Yeah, I love how I was so far ahead of Rizal by like 100 years, and yet the AI gives him 1 million production to beat me by a turn. I almost wanted to defeat him for this purpose. Alright, so we got our policy slot. Now we're going to put food and gold buildings receive adjacency from mountains. That's going to be big. We actually should take our gift economy, so I'm going to drop this and this, grab the gift economy, because we're going to get a ton of happiness out of that. And then we'll just... Actually, instead of the food and the gold, let's go for happiness because our people are suffering a little bit. So that should kind of fix that problem a little bit. Alright, cool. Yeah, so all the... wonders I wanted, I can't get, so that's about right. That's about the rub. I could one-turn all of this, which is funny, because I could pretty much one-turn all of it anyway. What are we building? Well, I might as well get my stuff out of the wharf. That's a ton of food. Where are we going to put our sawmill at? Yeah, we're going to put that there. Grist mill is going to go with our granary, and our observatory is a 4 over here, or a 3, or a 4. Well, actually, we can go out here for a 3 as well, but I might as well just... place that one. Oh, good grief. I hate Rizal. I really hate him. Love playing him. Hate playing against him. Alright, so there's one of our settlement limits. Alright. Yeah, so I don't trust any human being anymore. So I'm going to go straight for Machu Picchu because I don't trust a single soul. Somehow they're going to beat me to that too. Alright, so Homa's got more stuff. That's great. Could actually help Cahokia out here. There we go. There we go. More gold. Yeah, let's do that. And then give me some No, the incense is useless to me right now. Just throw that in there. All right. Oh, and then we're trading with Rizal now, so he gave me more stuff. He gave me the Okay, so crabs, and there's... okay, so camels are going here. That's a fact. We're going to put this and this in here. Just a ton of food. I love it. We'll just... Hey, let's just keep the food train rolling. There we go. So... Cusco needs more production. Also, I need to slot more stuff into my towns. All right, so there's that. We've got that taken care of. You need to go over here immediately. Could probably do this. Actually, this is probably the better settle. We're about to find out. Okay, yeah, I don't know if I want to settle that island anyway. All right, let's move along. Get you plugged in. If I get you plugged out, can you attack? Yes, you can. Beautiful. Let's get you in and then back out because it's going to take you a whole movement to do that. That is not flat, is it? That is flat. So I love how my movement... Oh, perfect. There we go. I was about to say, my movement gets stopped by this all the time, but yet they can run through mountains. All right. Who are you? Moscow. Thank you. That's all I needed to know. Yeah, Rizal, thanks. You're such a treat every time to deal with. Hate that guy. He started building it after me, too. There's Eliscorial, but that's to be expected. Alright, so yeah, you're on the move. Hopefully you live. If you die, so be it. There's our other settlement limit. Now we're perfectly happy. Everybody's even. Let's go ahead and secure our wine. We can be the French Empire. I do need those horses. Let's go ahead and fill this in. Actually, I'm going to fill this in first. Yeah, let's get that out of the way. Artem, nice. We do have enough gold to actually do the one thing, so we should. Let's go into... I might do... let's do guilds, actually. That gets me more gold, more stuff. Okay, well, I don't have anything for that, but hey, we'll slot it anyway. All right, beautiful. We'll just put our swordsman here. Although, to be fair, putting him in cans would probably be better. Ooh, okay, we do have whales and stuff out there. That actually is a good idea. All right, so where are your barbarian problems, madam? There you go, heal. You're going to heal, too. Yep. Sounds good. He's far enough away I can do it. Yay! I can spend less time just moving this guy. Okay, we will go up here too, because I want to see areas I can trade with. Alright, yep, there's that. Yeah, we're going for Machu Picchu. I need the gold. I also need to found a religion. Looks like Catholicism's still available for me. That'd be great. Keep going, settler. I believe in you. I believe in you wholeheartedly. Don't tell me that faith was for nothing. Alright, this is Homa. We need another mountain. So, secure that. That's our second mountain. Celebration, 600 gold, please. I'm going to need that. Let's go ahead and get more gold out of our settlements again. Alright, now, let's go to Kusa. Got to upgrade this, convert to a city. That's our 4th city. Rocking and rolling. I could help move the production up, which is actually a great idea. Ooh, I can put a gristmill here. We should probably do that. Let me start with that gristmill, actually. Oh, I can put it here, too. Well, we'll put it here. That's a great spot for a gristmill. Ton of food. I love it. Alright, so do we even have use of sawmills? We might... I'm going to hold off on that because the brickyards and stonecutters are actually doing things for me now. So we will do those. Get that stonecutter in there. Ton of production. Now we can actually move on. Look at this. 4 turns and stuff. This is great. Now, let's start with our bazaar. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at that. This is what I was talking about. All right. So we got a wonderful area out here for culture. So the question is... do we want to go here or do we want to take the... the gold and the food? Oh, we can also go here. This is actually even... it's actually a great spot for us. Oh, and then we can get over here. Yep, let's do that one. That was a great bazaar. We'll put that there. We did crush that, so we got to move it, which means, guess what? We're going to start taking mountains. Yep, we need mountains. We need 3 of them. We're going to be making a ton of stuff over here. All right, apparently we have an inn available. That is 4 food. That's crazy. Not going to do that, though. That is still a 3... that's a 4. That is 4 food. That actually is pretty good. But I want to put more gold on that. Alright, so let's leave the inn alone for a second. It's probably where it's going to go anyway. Let's do a terrace. Yeah, look at that. We're going to get gold adjacencies. Yeah, I definitely want a terrace here. Go ahead and put that in. Oh, I just realized I got... okay, cool. I just realized what that was. Alright, Kusa. So we can start moving some resources around a little bit. Make things a little easier to digest. So let's go ahead and throw... well, that's Cusco. Cusco needs the production. You don't, actually. So let's do this. I'll throw this in here too. Yeah, Cahokia can actually drop a little. All right, let's put this in there. That actually works out perfectly. And then we could slot more stuff if we wish. We could actually make more on this. Really, I'm kind of sacrificing my towns for my cities. For the GDP is what I'm doing right now, which I don't know how I feel about. I'm kind of on the fence about it. 120 food is ridiculous, though. Goodness. Well, that's because Homa has all the warehouse buildings. Homa's the only one that can build them. Alright, yeah, we'll keep the gold. You know what, let's not hurt us ourselves too much. Alright, yeah, I just need to... actually, this is fine. You know what, we'll just leave it as is, because this makes me want to trade more. So that's actually what we want to do anyway. So, yeah, we want to trade more anyway. Alright. Fire. Great. You're healing. You're doing your thing. This guy's about to be close enough. Yeah, so the downside is all that treasure that's in our homelands means nothing to us. Oh, I need to go that way. Alright, so what else we got going on here? Alright, I can pillage that safely, so I will. Let's go ahead and hop over, see what's over here. Alright, our settler is making it across slowly but surely. Alright, you need to quit hitting my ranged units. It's like a terrible pastime of yours, which I don't like. Alright, so what's over here? A lot of little tiny islands. Not the greatest, but they will serve their purpose. Alright, we could put an inn. Where do we want to put that at? How was this? Bazaar. That's a great bazaar, actually. It's a 3 adjacency. Alright. What is this? Oh, this is Cahokia, right? Cahokia. I could get more food. Actually, let's go here. We don't need this temple here, nor do, or this altar, nor do I want it. I could put a terrace farm out there for more food. Not opposed. Might do that. How many turns until we actually unlock another building? 1. Okay, perfect. More terrace farms, more inns. Let me recheck this here. So I could go here. That's another 1, 2, 3. That's another 4. This will always be a 3. Yeah, let's put our food over here. Yeah, I'm going to put my food over there. Yeah, so we're going to lose 4 food, or 4 gold, I mean. But I want my food over there. I'm fine putting 1 gold building there. Alright, we got ourselves an army commander. Send him to Kanza. Alright, you're doing a thing. Actually, we can just eliminate him, so let's do that. Oh, cool, we got a promotion out of that. See, those levels matter. Those levels matter. And now we got a powerful military that we can work with. Alright, yeah, you need to go in here. I need to see what this land is. I want to trade more. Alright, let's pillage this. Gold and science or 22 production to Cusco. I'm just going to take the gold and science. I'd rather have that. Alright, so we're at 572. I could actually... You know what? Let me get back into Kusa here. Maybe I buy another building. Actually, let's leave those off. Let's go to Choctaw. Let's put some buildings in here. That way we can, you know, boost up our economy this way, which is the way we should be doing it. All right, what is in here? A fishing key. Okay, well, I'm going to go here then. Yep, so there we go. Got our gristmill in there. All right, that'd be a nice boost. Let me go ahead and do the harbor maybe. Okay, brickyard and sawpit apparently offer a little bit for us. I'm not opposed. Let's see here. Alright, so we do get food adjacencies off of this, because we are playing as Pachacuti. That's a double. I kind of don't want to... Alright, so there's a double there, there's a triple here. Getting all the way around would be very difficult, though. Actually, we could put warehouse buildings here, then a warehouse building here. Now, we might have some ideas for this. I'd actually rather leave that open, though. Yeah, I'd rather leave that open. Do I care much about this farm? I'm actually getting more food out of this. Yeah, let's crush this farm. Yeah, we're going to crush this farm with brickyard. Let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and put a saw pit with it. There we go. More production. A little more gold. Let's move this around. Ooh, that's a great clay pit. It's an amazing clay pit, actually. Almost want to take it. Almost. Yeah, we're going to prep this one. Yeah, we're going to prep it. So we are going to go ahead and take the mountains. Choctaw will probably be a city as well. We're going to get all of our convoys from here. Zeddy Daw already built. Holy cow. And someone got the innovation ability, too. That's insane. Indigenous Al Jazeera. Wow. I simply love cleverness. So, with the least great works, that's... Yeah, well, I need to do certain things. I'm surprised someone already got Zeddy Dahl. So, someone's running a high science game, and we don't even know who they are. We could go for science. Go for a university. I'm actually going to go for some production here. Let's get castles. Or we go for heraldry. Oh, wait. No, I don't care for relics. Yeah, I'm not here for relics. Okay, so Cahokia is ready. Let's go ahead and do our guild hall, actually. All right, so we can get a 3 adjacency here, 3 adjacency over here. Nice 3 there as well. Let's just go ahead and fill this bad boy in and make a great gold tile. Although we are going to lose some adjacency on it, which is kind of an annoyance. As for our kiln, I could come out here. Oh, wow, that's 2, 4. Yeah, see, that's a 4. That'd be a 4 adjacency on the gold, too. No, I want that to be my culture center. That's why we're doing what we're doing. You look like a problem, so I'm going to go over here. Yep. There we go. Beautiful stuff. All right, let's figure out what's going on over here. Yeah, I guess we'll keep exploring this way. Doesn't hurt to meet people, I suppose. All right, meeting a lot of islands areas. Once we get this guy in place... Okay, you need to... Is this shallow coastal marine? Okay, you need to come down this way. You're going to kill yourself doing that. Of course, Xerxes would be there. Always in my way. All right, so we took a damage. Almost dead. Oh, he's just healing there. Of course he is. Oh, but hey, that got us shooting across. That's all we needed. All right, so let's grow. Kanza is a town, right? That's a town. Love how I had to remind myself. What are you? We could go for more science. Actually, not a bad idea. Let's go for some more science. Kanza actually should get a sawmill, though. Look at that. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get us a sawmill. Can I go ahead and get a gristmill, too? I sure can. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a great gristmill. Let me plug that in. Oh, wow. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have put that there. Kanza could have been an urban center, and now it can't. Oops. All right, Choctaw, you're growing very well. Now let's get our 3rd mountain. Good, we've got that confirmed. We'll decrease... I'm actually going to reject him on that. I will reject that. Actually, let's see if we can get to Xerxes here. Let's try to reconcile with Xerxes, because I'm trading with everybody on my continent, and I want to be trading with them more. In fact, let's go ahead and try to start doing that. So Cusco, let's see if I can buy... Okay, so it's going to cost me money, or... It's going to take some time. So let's go into guild halls then. Look at this lovely 4 adjacency. Just more money for me. We're going to take that. We do want a kiln, of course. We do have a double and a double. Oh, there's a double on this too. Honestly, I'm going to leave that alone for now. That is a science. I'm losing 2 science. For now, let's replace the old with the new. I'm going to lose some happiness on that, but that's fine. Still haven't decided on the end, but hey, that's fine. Friedrich, again, whatever. I'm trying to build them. Tell Rizal to quit building them. Guy's really just a nuisance to my existence. Alright, that's what I like to see. Let's get one of those in there. We'll put a kiln. Could pretty much just replace the old. I'd be losing some influence, but I'm gaining influence in other areas. So you have a specialist, you do not. Yeah, let's actually just replace the amphitheater first then. There we go. Yeah, let's get in here, kind of see what she's got going on, what she's cooking. Alright, there's that. Alright, this is the 3. Hey, it's a 3 tile. We can make it happen. Alright, I'm going to have to see how I want to settle this. But it's definitely taking all of Great Barrier Reef. That is a given. Alright, so we've unlocked Machu Picchu. We now have cities receive +1 food for every active trade route you started, so that would actually be a great policy. I actually kind of like the policies I have right now, though. So we're going to just keep that in the, you know, in the ideal. All right, let's get our last mountain. We're already working 2 of them. So Cusco just needs 1 more mountain, I believe. Let me see here. Yeah, we're working a volcano. Let's go with this one. We'll probably grab this one next. So there's that. So beautiful, beautiful. This is Kusa, so we do need more mountains. We need 1 more mountain in Kusa. It's almost ready. This is one nuke, so we don't really have things one way or another on this one. I say we go for the resources, especially getting another camel now that most of our stuff's been taken from us that we wanted to use. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get a fishing key in here. Unless... no, we don't need that, do we? Let's take a look. Alright, so... could put a fishing key here. Actually, that's a great fishing key. That's actually pretty good. We'll go ahead and put a harbor with it, too. That's a ton of stuff for us. Let's do a granary. Let's see, this is a 3 adjacency, so we could actually get some work out of this. I don't like doing that, because that is a good gold tile. But I don't think we're going to... yeah, we're not going to put gold buildings in Wanuku, so we're actually fine with that. So let's do a saw pit right there. There we go. I'm going to leave this open. Oh, actually, we could put... I don't know. Because part of me wants to make this into a urban center, but that's probably not a good idea. Alright, so +10 relationship with Catherine. That's great. We can start pretty much making treasure convoys at this point. We will go ahead and do that. And then I want a religion very badly. Because I had plans for a religion. The stuff they're taking, I'll probably be fine. We'll see. Alright, so, okay, Kusa's done. Get me a... actually, I need to go out here 1 to get to these lovely buildings. So we do have to crush this with something. I don't really want to do a saw pit, though. Although I guess that's really the only option is a saw pit sawmill on that, huh? Which, I mean, not bad to have, I guess. For now, let's see, that guild hall is going to take us 6 turns. That I'm not too thrilled about. How about an observatory? Let's try to go for that first. Alright, yeah, that's a 3. I really like that. Could go here for a 3 as well. Question is, how do I want to do these things? Alright, and that's a... oh, that's a 4. Okay, we are... okay, my bad. We're going here for that. Yeah, we're going to put that in there. We're going to put an observatory in there, and then we'll figure out where we go from there. Actually, let's go ahead and plan this. I'm going to go ahead and do a saw pit and sawmill here. Yeah, we're going to put those right there to get to these mountains. Luckily, we have tons of mountains. Okay, I need to trade with more people. I don't have enough money for it, so I have to build my merchants, which is my downfall at the moment. All right, a lot of tropical terrain out here and stuff to look at, so I do like that. Okay, I don't like that. That is hard to see in the ocean. I'm not going to lie. It's very hard to see. All right, all of our people are healed. I'm just going to leave this alone because I don't even know she killed the guy. I'm just going to keep moving around, just see what these areas are. Looks like she's doing some stuff. Oh, she was she playing as... I thought she was playing as Russia. Maybe that was her special ability. All right, let's get up here. Might do this settle. We'll move and see what it looks like. It does give us all of Great Barrier Reef still, so that's great. On top of the fact that it also offers us the ability to get those turtles if we want. All right, Homa, I did not appreciate that. That's hurt. You're eating into my money, so please don't do that, Homa. Please don't do that. I'll take the happiness. Yeah, we're making a ton of gold. Oh, and then they gave us gold anyway. Lovely. Let me go out 1. Yeah, there we go. That way we can kind of grab that. Okay, so if we go here, we can secure that turtle at some point. Or we could do this settle. Yeah, we could even settle here and do that if we want to do those. So it's basically... let me move up 1. What is this? Okay. Even if I go here, I can still claim that. I think this might be the better option. Honestly, we can still just leave that for this if we want. It doesn't matter. I just care about getting Great Barrier Reef. 1, 2, 3. And we can get all the tiles. That's what matters. All right, let's go out here. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we do. All right, Tilatongo. I'm going to fall back. We do have enough. How about this one? Probably already befriended. Oh, it is not. Oh, well. Okay. Good job, Alex. You did it. I will go ahead and befriend Tilatongo, though. That does kind of hurt Catherine. So, there is that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and shoot that, I guess. Because I want to get in here. Oh, we got a unit to command. Congratulations. Sit there and wait. Alright, some of these should probably be doing things for me, but I don't know yet. Haven't decided. Another civ settled a town nearby. We got to see what happened there. Looks like it was Catherine, which, if it is, I'm fine with. Yeah, that's... I don't care about that. That's totally fine with me. Alright. Yep, you do your thing. Alright, espionage was happening. Okay, actually we could use some of our influence to try to get more science. I'm not opposed to that idea. Alright, so, yeah, let's try to get some shipbuilding. I do actually want to get out there. I'm not trying to be the most active on the science. Let me get 600 gold. We got a policy slot. Let's plug it in. Let's get more food, because that equates to more production in my cities. Let me actually go to Cahokia, because I just remembered, if I don't get this, I'm going to flip my lid. Buildings in this settlement get 1 culture and gold adjacency for mountains, so actually, I should probably build that in Cusco, because Cusco has the most mountains. So Cusco needs to build me Machu Picchu. And we're going to build it right here, actually. That's actually a perfect spot for Machu Picchu. So I'm going to cancel my guild hall. I'm going to move the kiln down, and we'll just buy the guild hall. Yeah, for 224. That's done now. So now we're making more money. Actually, if I could purchase this dungeon, that would be great too. Beautiful. Didn't shave a turn off. I wanted it to. That's why I bought it. Anyway. Alright, good. We've got Machu Picchu. If anybody beats me to that, I'm really going to have a... I'm going to have a day. I'm going to have a day. That's what we're going to have. A day. Alright. Alright, so Alexander got Ayutthaya again. Alright, so Cahokia. Could get some production here. Kiln's not a bad idea either. Let's go ahead and do our dungeon, though. Get that out of the way. A nice 3 adjacency we can work with. Then we will want a kiln. Yeah, let's go ahead and just place that. 2, 4. Man, that is a 5 adjacency. That is pretty good. That's really good. Double over here. Yeah, let's go for that. Yeah, we're definitely going to put a... Plus, if we do that, we can actually probably have Cahokia up and running for the gold, or the other stuff. Gain a boost to available tech by losing 100% production in Cusco for 2 turns. I'm not taking a chance. I'm not taking a chance. Alright, these people just never stop. Oh, actually, I can get that for that too. Really? Oh, well, in that case, yeah, we'll just settle here. I didn't count it right. Okay, yeah, we could still reach that. That doesn't even matter. Yeah, get this down. Boom. Yeah, get out of my land. Go sink your ship somewhere. Boom, 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 boom. That is all of Great Barrier Reef in a hot second. So that just brought in 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 12 food, 12 science, 12 happiness into my empire in 1 turn. I'm sorry I slept on 4 corners. Now, to be fair, my 4 corners is a monster because I also get an additional growth population in towns and new starts. So you already place it down and start with 1. Then you get a second one from this. And then I get 2 more from my dedication. So yeah, it's kind of insanity. You run the expansion ability, you get the good stuff. Alright, let's move on here. So, really nothing going on here. Wanuku has cotton for some reason. I don't know why you have cotton. You shouldn't. That should be going to someone else. Like Kusa. Kusa kind of needs production, actually. Yeah, so why are you doing? Why are you stealing from him? Okay? Shouldn't be doing that. The food we'll leave alone. These will most likely stay growing almost indefinitely. Maybe not that long, but food or happiness. I will take happiness. That should carry over to the next one. If it doesn't, I was wrong, and we made a mistake. As, you know, these things go. Alright, you know what? Before next turn, how are we looking? That's a bit more like it. That's a bit more like it. I'm surprised we're first place in military. That's actually a little interesting. Yeah, innovation, scientific, we're not doing great. We're actually not that far behind either, though, which is kind of odd. I'm not really focusing on that. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll move on. I love Rizal being in my way. I really... Oh, man, dude. He's starting to become, like, a constant enemy. There's House of Wisdom. Yep, he's just got a ton of culture. I hate Hawaii. I'm not gonna lie, I hate Hawaii as a city in this game. I do. I think they make too much culture. I'm not kidding. Like, it seems ridiculous to me how much culture they make. All right, so that's fixed. That takes care of that little business. All right, back over here. Homa, we need one more mountain. I'm gonna secure this mountain. So we have all of our mountains. All right, perfect. No, Xerxes, you need to stop. All right, you need to realize that I'm reconciling with you. Oh, I'm... denounce military presence, don't tell me. Are you kidding, man? Don't do it. Don't cause these problems. I don't want to do this. I really don't. I really don't want to fight you. I'd rather just trade with you. That's what I would prefer to do. Speaking of trading, get me another merchant. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to actually get another merchant. Get up here into Winuku. Boom. And now we're going to talk to two people that I like very much. We're going to improve trade relations with you. And improve trade relations with you. And I would like to open a market, too. Market. You have the lowest money, Catherine. Let's give you a market. And once we have a bit more influence, I'm going to offer you some food, too. Competing power in distant lands. Well, ain't that just a hoot for you? I'm annoyed. I hate when people get started on the most amazing starts where it's like, oh, hey, look, right there. And I'm like, really? Really? All right, I see what you're doing. Go for it. I wish you luck, my friend. I wish you luck. Yeah, we could get more GDP, but I'd rather just get the stuff to trade and then move all that around, so. All right, you need to go out here, get that explored. Machu Picchu, not near a single... Well, I guess there is a mountain. Never mind. But yeah, we're looking good at Machu Picchu. Now, the way Great Barrier Reef works is we get 2 science on improvements, districts, and wonders on adjacent marine biome tiles. So, yeah, we'll get a little extra marine out of that. So that's pretty nice. I don't think you'll make it back. So you got to keep going forward. Sometimes we just have to accept defeat. I know, that's an awful thing to say, but sometimes you just got to accept it. I'm not deleting Tilatongo, so I'm just moving on with my life. All right, so, yeah, let's move on. Got 2 more merchants out in the wind, or about to be. Man, people are going wonder crazy. It's a good thing I'm not going for wonders, or I'd be more upset. I was upset about 2 of them, I will admit. If I do not get Machu Picchu, I will throw brick. All right, Cahokia. You got 1 mountain. You don't have 2 mountains, do you? All right, so, yep, this is your 2nd mountain. Oh, we have it. Boom. Beautiful. Okay, this is perfect. All of our cities, except for Kusa, which we'll have it shortly. So we're about to have 3... Oh, my bad. We're about to have 4 cities. All 4 of our cities making treasure convoys. I denounce your action of denouncing me. That's what I think. Alrighty. So we got those put in. All right, what we got going on here? Xerxes still being mad, of course. He really wants me to fight other people. Don't know why. Why are you so, like, set on that, Xerxes? Why? Alright, I think we should do a dungeon. Time to get a dungeon in here. Let's see, so we're getting a 1 production, 1 gold, 1 food. I don't really like that. This is the same. Well, no, just 1 production, 1 gold. Okay. Yeah, we would have to move, wouldn't we? It's the only way to really make this work. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and take this one. Yeah, let's get rid of this. We'll get a little extra production. We're going to get some influence. I think that's the better choice to make. All right, we got ourselves a merchant. We've opened up the door with Catherine and Alexander again. So, actually, this one should go to Alexander. Let's do... Okay, so that's an Empire resource, and then... Okay, that's all good. Yeah, let's do Gnosis. That's a better choice. Okay, it's from Kusa. That's going to take a little bit of time. Let's get back up here. I'd rather stay in the shallows while we can. This one can go to Moscow. There we go. Yeah, that's... There we go. I knew I had another guy. All right, let's get you guys back across. We're done over here. We're kind of letting Tilatongo doing its thing. We don't really have any influence for anything else. We do have a lot of influence, which is great. It's just we haven't been doing a whole lot. Actually, I could probably move around that guy now, so we really don't have to do that. All right, back over here. How are we? Are we 1 over? We are 1 over, but everybody's still happy. Pretty much after I finish this off here, we're going to go into our other stuff. Regaholt is gone. Yeah, we... kind of gave up on the wonders. Yep, there goes our ship. We gave up on the wonders for something else, which is this bad boy. Well, not that one. Sorry, this bad boy. So now we get 3 worked... As long as we're working 3 mountains in a city, we generate treasure convoys worth 2 cargo each. So if we get through all this here, if I go in here... Actually, my bad, not that. Would it be... Where shows the convoys? It should be... in here, I would think. Where do we show trade routes, empire, treasure? Ah, here we go. So, yep, we got Cahokia, Cusco, and Homa currently making treasure convoys. And so I get 2 treasure every 6 turns. So that's going to be 6 treasure every time because they're all online. Unless I can get Choctaw. No, it's probably too much. Yep, it's too much right now. Let's fix that woodcutter, though. We do want to do that. A sawmill, maybe? Where are we at? Okay, we do have that. I'm going to leave that open. I could get a harbor. Before that, let's go to Winuku, though. I think Winuku has some things for us here. Definitely a sawmill. Yeah, let's go ahead and put that sawmill in. Get that plugged in. More money for us. A grist mill. You know what? Yeah, let's get a grist mill in. That's a wonderful idea. So let's plug that in. Great. The granary, we could keep here, or we could go here, get 3 gold. I think I'll go here with the granary. Yeah, we'll get some food out of that. There we go. So we're going to make some money. We're now available for getting horses in this. Sadly, we can't get the elephants. Oh, she's just shy of the elephants as well. She does shut out all this, though, so if I want this stuff, I'd have to settle here and then really go for it. So that's a possibility. But we are over our limit, and I don't want to go too far. Do we want an economic or an expansionist? Both are good for us. Economics, we could really get some money. We are trading a lot, so that is a ton of money. Expansionist, we can go down here and start getting yields, though. So 15% in towns with a specialization, or plus 30 in distant lands. I think this is the way to go. We haven't really specialized our yields, though, and I don't know if we're really going to specialize anytime soon, so that is the other thing. We probably should specialize, honestly. Creek, yeah, see, this is 20 turns. This is ridiculous. That's just going to take forever. So we should definitely set this up for something. I do like the fact we have 3 mountains here we could work. We could get Creek online. The only downside is, okay, we do have an adjacency here for Creek as well that we could work with. So there is stuff Creek could do. It's just not as potent as it could be. That's our downside. Either way, 20 turns is way too long. We got to set this up for at least something right now. So let's see here. Religious site, if we want to purchase temples and people, we could do that. We could do a hub town. We are connected to 3 cities and 4 towns. We're making 31 food and 27 production. Could make a fort town, actually. It's not a bad idea. Get extra gold on fortifications in this town, and we can purchase fortification and military buildings in the town. That actually might be... I actually do kind of like that idea. We would have to build along these lines, though, for more buildings instead of being over here. So that is that. Oh, that's my altar. It's a shame I don't have a villa over there. I could have bought villas. I forgot about that last stage. Yeah, that was on me forgetting. Otherwise, I'd probably do production. Production's pretty heavy here. So actually, yeah, let's do a mining town. Let's get more money out of this. We just need to put some stuff down. Like, oh, this granary has... Oh, wow, we'd have some great stuff in here we want to place for sure. So there's that. Kansa and Missouri will let grow. Choctaw, yeah, most of these we're going to leave alone. Eridum, we could probably finish up on, honestly, even though I do want to do more with it. It honestly, it has some good stuff going for it. I do want to... Oh, we do have that already. So we do have everything we need in Artem, so it's actually done. What is it connected to? 0 cities and 2 towns. So actually, this is a pointless one to me. I mean, we could set it up and get yields out of it. There is that. Honestly, it's probably production, I guess. I mean, we could kind of move some stuff around. I'm gonna leave Artem alone for now. I'm gonna leave that alone. So I think we go for the gold. Yeah, let's go for the gold right now. Economics is way more effective. We're gonna put this trade route in. This is actually 4 gold for every active trade route. So we are currently at 453 gold. So let's watch this jump up. 470. So we got 20 more gold out of that. And we're all about trading, so we're going to do even more trade routes. Oh, Creek grew. Okay, that's great, actually. Should probably grab some mountains while we can, if we want to make this into a city. Oh, I could also go for this woodcutter as well. That's actually great production. So is this one. Let's see, we got a 2... Okay, we got a 3 adjacency here for a observatory. Got great adjacency for gold or happiness or culture. Okay, yeah, a lot of good stuff. Really short on everything else, though. We could get here for a 2 adjacency. Yeah, we'll see. For now, let's go ahead and work some mountains. That seems to be the right call. Luckily, we have 3 of them if we want to make Creek into a thing. Okay, we are working 3 mountains in Choctaw, so that's actually perfect for us. So we just need to make Choctaw a city now. That's really all Choctaw needs. Yep, we are working these. So yeah, Choctaw is ready to give us stuff. We just need to turn it online. All right, let's go ahead and fill out. Yeah, let's actually fill this out. Boom, there we go. Yeah, I feel happy about that. I think Artem will probably turn into a production zone as well. This is 4 food. I'm going to grab that. And then, oh, I should have grabbed the camels, but we'll grow quick enough for it. All right, yeah, so now, hey, how about we finally start on our civics, huh? Most of this is gone. That gets us science on gold buildings. We should go for that. So we're going to grab mercantilism, and then we'll go into piety. Actually, to be fair, we have a decent amount of science. It's just, compared to other stuff, not great. Okay, so settlements get 0.5 gold for every urban population and 0.5 production for every rural population. And that's every settlement. So actually, we do want to plug this in. The question is, what do we want to drop? Gold adjacency from resources, maybe? No, I like that right now. I do like this. We do have to kind of keep Tirakuna in as well. We need another policy slot. So actually, can we get another... Wrong thing. Can we get another policy slot somewhere? Or a tradition? Okay, we can get a tradition slot out of authority. We're going to go for authority. I care about that tradition a lot, so we're going to go for that. Get that out of here. Let's see. Oh, right, we're going to explore this, kind of keep our boats where they are. 4 more turns, and then we can go wherever we wish with our stuff. All right, I'm just going to leave this boat alone. Let's get over here. Okay, we found Preslov. That's great. Pretty much found all of her territory. I think we will go ahead and just explore this way with the cog, because why not? It seems to be the right choice to do. And we made it, so we can get 60 influence or 150 gold. I'm going to take the money, actually, and we're going to kind of hold on to that and try to grab some more. Oh, we finally ran into somebody. Hello, Blackbeard. There's... All right, good, we got Machu Picchu. I was going to lose it. Thou who dwell in the highest heavens, amongst the tempest clouds, accept our sacrifice. Inca prayer to Viracocha. All right, look at that beauty. Look at all the birds that just kind of... Oh, well, just feathers. Just feathers. Okay. Well, either way, we got it. And a chicken down there. All right, beautiful. So now we're making a ton of culture and gold in Cusco. Cusco definitely was the choice for Machu Picchu. It's just a big boost in everything that we're making. All right, let's say hello to the Admiral of the Black. Nice to meet you. It's a pleasure, Beard. Pleasure. How many cities you got? You're at 7 of 8. I want to actually talk to Catherine. Send her to farmer's market. Her and I are pals. You and I could be pals. We'll just have to see. All right, let's get those horses. Gotta get those online. Yeah, my one downside is I need to buy more buildings. So that is something I need to do. All right, Cahokia is all done with the buildings at the moment. So there's nothing else to build, at least... I don't even know if shipbuilding has anything. The harbor, I can't even build that. So Cahokia is done. So we could build up walls if we want. That is an option. Terrace farms, we might have... let's go ahead and snag that terrace farm. Gets us more food, so more production. And then after that, we could work on making some... Let me see here. Yeah, we could get a few more merchants, actually. So let's try to snag a few of those. And maybe we'll build up some walls. Could be something to do. Alright, so we're done here. We could also... Oh, that is another thing. Doing cultural festivals is an idea. It's actually a great idea. Terrace farms, I will take this. That's gold. I like that. And then you can only do like 2 walls unless I crush this and move around. So we're going to do that, and then after we get our terrace, apparently there's another terrace we might do, but I'm going to do some cultural festivals to really kind of push us through, get things rolling on that. All right, Kusa, looking good, looking great. All right, so we got our buildings here. We can get some amazing buildings here. I am kind of tempted, actually, to come in here. We could get a triple on this, or we can get a quad on this. And honestly... I don't really... There's no point in putting anything else here, in my opinion. That is just too good to pass up. So we're going to put our guild hall there. Because our dungeon would only have a 1 adjacency anyway, so that doesn't even matter. Now, we could get a great adjacency over here. Alright, and then what else we got? So we're getting foods. Okay. Great. Not too bad. Alright, yeah, let's go for this. I think overall we're going to focus mainly on production in Kusa. Because we could get some science. We'll see. But I'm more focused on the production and things like that. And then our kiln, we could do amazing kilns in either direction. We also have to crush this as well. I gotta see how I want to crush that. I haven't decided yet. Either way, probably do a kiln over here. That feels like a great idea to me. Yep, so we'll run those. That looks good. Keep that going. Alright, who's next? What are we doing? Alright, let's keep in the light areas. I wish I could see where, actually, I'm just going to leave you here. We're kind of done with you. Get you over here, too. All right, so that takes care of that. Let's trade with Moscow now. Beautiful. All right, so now we got some more stuff. Oh, hey, you know what? There we go. More stuff that we can just... Hold up. Don't do that, actually. I will give you the food, but I want... Should we move production? Cusco's at 90 production. Yeah, let's give you one of these. We're going to give you one of these. All right. Hurts a little bit, but that's okay, because we're making a ton of culture out of this and a ton of GDP. So that seems to be the ideal. I mean, we could have also messed with Homa, but yeah, honestly, we're making... Oh, man, this is great. Machu Picchu has 0 production, by the way. 0. Flat nothing. Oh, that's hilarious. Cusco's making me nothing. I love it. All right, Artem, I'm going to mess with real quick. So I do need a sawmill. Yeah, we're going to get rid of this. All right, so that works. And then we need a brickyard and stone cutter, and I think right here... This flat tile was perfect. I can get a terrace farm? Yeah, no, let's not do that. I'd rather do different things with terrace farms, like maybe Wanuku. No terrace farm? Okay, that's fine. Wanuku, I'm not sure about yet. I need another settle around here, though. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is like the ideal settle. I can even get those whales. I can get all up in here. I can't get that, but that's honestly fine. We lose incense anyway. This is like a great settle. I need to get my settlement limit up. That's kind of what we're needing to do at this point. Alright, I don't know if I'll be able to get all the way through here, but while we're around, why not? Alright, perfect. Yeah, these guys actually offer a lot of opening when they're where they need to be. Actually, how are we doing on land, by the way? So we are the most settled. Other people can settle more than us. So yeah, we're actually looking pretty great on this. I don't like being won over, but it's not hurting us too bad. I just need to see who's doing so well on the science. Honestly, we're doing pretty good for what we're doing. Same for the culture. Yeah, this just, we have no way to combat that unless we, like, go and kill Rizal, which I really don't want to bother with because we'd have to go through Xerxes to get to him. Speaking of which, Xerxes, I'm trying to, like, reconcile with me. Please. I'm really trying to reconcile with you. Maybe we have to war him to then get the peace, to then get the trader. Who knows? Either way, his thing is really annoying me right now. It really is. All right. And then he declared war on me anyway when I asked. So wait, why do I have a hit? I asked for reconciliation. You shouldn't have 2 war support on me. Oh, it's gate. That's right. Gate being what it is. Alright, so we need to pull back in here, and you need to heal. Alright, so we got to upgrade all our people and get them out. So we got a catapult. That actually works in our favor. So yeah, let's get the catapult out. Alright, we should have us some warriors. We got ourselves some knights. I got 1 warrock. That's not great, but it's not bad either. Alright, actually I'm going to send you to Kanza. Alright, yep, that's what I figured. So Missouri is being attacked. That's kind of a given. Let's get ourselves... Can I build a wall still? I cannot. Okay, so he's too close for that. That is unfortunate. Let's start with a warrock. We can actually do tons of damage with them. Yep, that'll work. That's not too bad. What do we got in Kanza? Just a commander. I don't have enough for another military unit. So moving on, let's get a knight out. My bad, clicked the wrong way. Get a knight out. Fantastic. Alright, let's get you up here. Definitely want warrocks. Actually, you know what? Upgrade everybody. Okay, I can't upgrade everybody. Upgrade the warrocks, at least. The warrocks need the upgrades, because they can actually do stuff for me. Alright, so we'll get you here. That's water. We can't do that. Put another warrock here. He might be able to attack. And then, honestly, the swordsman... we kind of don't need, so we'll kind of just pop them out. There we go. All right, and then we can use our cog here to just kind of, you know, punch at him. Raga, he's probably going to send some stuff up, so we'll see how this unfolds. I kind of see him attacking Kanza and Missouri, in all honesty. Speaking of which, we have a commander up here who's not doing anything. Let's get him down here, huh? Let's have him join the fun. I think the ideal situation would be to send him to Kanza. That's going to take 7 turns. It's a bit of time. I don't like it, but it is what it is. All right, and that's 8 turns for the Warrock to get into position. All right, those are secured. We're going to move on. Let's grab this 3 science tile. That's great. And then we'll try to grab a few more. Actually, I wish I could put Machu Picchu into some stuff, but we just got to deal with this now. All right, we could build some military. To be fair, we do have the ability to do that. Do we want to build an inn? Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh, hey, I could do that, and I just move on. We could get an inn. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Yeah, I care more about this inn. Although I do have to prep for a battle. To be fair, probably putting a fleet commander in here isn't a bad idea. Or just shoving a whole bunch of boats in here. Could do that too. Let's get in here and try to make this a little more palatable for me. Yes, I'm aware about defenseless settlements. I'm aware about the war weariness. Rizal will be pulled into this war because he is... Oh, he's actually neutral with Xerxes, so there's a chance he might actually join in this. Luckily, I have 2 allies. They may stick with me. We'll find out. Oh, that's right. I have fortification abilities. So let's go up one more. Oh, yeah, okay, we'll jump over to this island, too. Oh, interesting stuff. We'll grab that for sure. All right, let's explore Preslov. All right. Shipbuilding's coming out pretty soon. Let's go this way and then pretty much leave him to what he's doing. So yeah, let's see how this war unfolds. Let's see where he's going. Oh, we made a trade route. Good. Let's trade with Alexander some more. This is another great way to kind of keep things going for us, is that the more we trade with these people, the more they'll probably want to stick with us. Actually, let's just give Kusa more food, because it just keeps increasing the production at least. And Kusa is the lowest right now. So there we go. Actually, how are we looking on our 2,000? Now we're starting to pull away from Friedrich. That's great. We are hurting a little bit, but we are being held up by the fact that we're trading twice more with other people. So that kind of works in our favor. Also, Rizal kind of likes this because he's dealing with that. Okay, so just a bunch of archers over here, huh? All right, we can kind of work with that. All right, that boat immediately killed our guy. That's not cool. I was not pleased to see that. All right, so now we're taking some damage. All right, so we got to focus on this war here. We got piety unlocked. That could actually be pretty helpful. Let's go ahead and pillage this. Take 50 damage, get 30 production. I don't really see the point. I mean, I'm just building an inn over there. All right, so we need our last mountain for Kusa. So let's acquire that. Boom, and now Kusa, if we go into our treasure, Kusa should now be producing us with settled and distant at least 1 improved treasury. Okay, that's not telling me anything. Should have 3 mountains here in Kusa, so I don't know why it's not reading. Maybe I have to wait a turn. All right, oh, let's get these camels. All right, we're going to secure those. Great. Settlement under threat. Yeah, let's take me to that. It's Missouri. Okay, that's not a surprise. So we're going to do that. See if we can get another unit in Missouri. Looks like he's attacking me with archers, so I will respond in kind. All right. For the most part, we just got boats kind of mulling around down here, so let's try to make the most of that. There we go. Sadly, this Warrock would need to move up, so these guys aren't going to help me with this war. So, in fact, we're going to bring them over here to help Kansa, and then I'll move you up 1. Okay, you cannot do that fire, so you'd have to move over 1 more. Would that work? Okay, that's all our movement. I don't like that, so we're going to move you here. So at least get some fortifications building. Creek could probably buy something. Could we buy a unit? We can get another catapult. I will do that. That's actually a great purchase for us. All right, so how are we looking on things? I want this ability, but I need to keep this other stuff in. Is there anything else we could work with? I could get some influence per turn, but I like the amount of settlement stuff we're running, so we're going to leave that. We got camels. We're just going to go ahead and, you know what, Cahokia looks great. And we're just going to plug camels in. Works for me. All right, now what are we looking at here? Can we attack? Yes, we can. And that's what we want to see. Beautiful. Yep. We don't have to worry about much of anything here. Which means, actually, these swordsmen would be better off serving me in Kansa, in all honesty. Yep, so we're going to send them to Kansa. That's a full military detachment right there. It's going to take a few turns, unfortunately. Let's move you here and have you sit. This looks good. We just got to worry about that volcano, but we can make that work. All right, Cahokia is making me some merchants. Atutia Shangjing is too far, so we will trade with Ayutthaya. Maybe we can get another... Can I get through here? Nope. Okay, you're wanting to go all the way... you know what? Go ahead. I really don't care. You're kind of doing your own thing. We have shipbuilding in 1 turn. Boom, there we go. We have ran into Saida. Witness me and see why my people accept me as leader. We'll send her a friendly influence, even though we are at war. We can get Xerxes down to 0 in just a moment, so we got that. So she is making a decent amount of science as well. A lot of culture, too. We're just going to keep going on it. So actually, let's see how people are unloading here. Okay, so she's not the top. Something tells me Ben Franklin exists. Guarantee it. So, not bad. Probably Ada, maybe. So we're going to keep just making this economic ability. I kind of want to try to do economics this age. I don't think it'll work, but we're going to try it. All right. Oh, wow. I got spawned all the way over here. Not what I wanted. All right, so this guy's taking a hit. Wow, he's just dead? Oh, 2 boats, I guess. That's... No, 1 but whatever's back here is killing my stuff. All right, so that is really annoying. So actually, shipbuilding will help. So we got shipbuilding. That gets us Karoks. Cahokia is burning. Now it's fixed. All right, let's get a temple. We definitely need a temple. Oh, wow, that's a ton of happiness. I'm almost for it. Let's see here. Let's just do a standard 2, I think. Yeah, we'll lose some culture, but that happiness seems to be ideal for us, so let's do that. And we do need that temple. We've ran into a Shoka. Oh, of course it's a Shoka. Alright, we'll send him a friendly greet, too. I suppose. I'm not offering him a darn thing. Yeah, let me see here. 648 science. Yeah, what a... I feel like they made him very powerful because he's the face of the game. The face of the game, you know? +3 combat strength for infantry units would be great. 5 trade range would be nice, too. Shipbuilding 2 gets me innovation, but nothing else. Combat on ranged units is great. Do we have anything else? Combat strength on ranged and siege units. Actually, give me a better siege unit. Yeah, we're in war right now, so that's what we're going to do. I could get a shipyard, surprisingly. I'm going to one-turn this temple, though, wherever that's going. I got an 8. Oh, wow, that's actually amazing tiles. Yeah, go ahead and just up that ante right there. That's a great temple. All right, so we can build some temples over here. I could also build some military to help down south, which is not a terrible idea, but we are playing a defensive war, so there is that. In fact, we might even change cards than what I wanted to do, so unfortunately, you know, you got to play the hands you're dealt. For now, let's see about a temple. Yeah, I want this temple. I like that temple. And then after that, I might go for a shipyard. We'll see. But let's do those for now. All right. Got ourselves some people to work with. So let's just move up 1. Let's go ahead and hit this guy. Apparently, I'm... Right. I know what I did wrong. That was a mistake. We're going to go ahead and do Bastion anyway. I'm here for protective wars. Let me go ahead and get us to a 0 here. Alright, you need to move up 1. Apparently you can only fight that. That's fine. We're going to keep attacking this. Missouri, if I get another unit, something different. A knight would probably be best. Yeah, let's go for a knight. Put him there. We'll get a move in. Okay, Catherine has a cog over here, so she could probably help us. I'm going to fortify. Let's move this cog down a little bit, and we're going to pillage him. I know we're getting HP mainly for this, but I'm going to destroy his stuff, kind of make him realize the mistakes he's made. All right, good. We got a promotion here. I'm actually going to take initiative on this one. Reason being is I have this catapult here, and I want it to be elsewhere. So let's take this in. If I put it... Well, if I put it here, it's just going to get annihilated, isn't it? And if I put it here, because this is a woodcutter, yeah, so I can't shoot through it. All right, well, I'm going to go here anyway. Now let's go ahead and attack that. I only have 3 gold, so I can't do much else. All right, let's go over here. I have a little bit of influence left. I would like to talk to... I can't trade with any of those guys yet, but I might be able to trade with Friedrich again, so let's give him... Oh, I need way more influence, okay. What about with my allies? Need way more influence, okay. So we got a way to turn on that. Shangjing has some pretty nice stuff, but I'd rather... yeah, honestly, oh, well... How about Rizal? Maybe we trade with Rizal some more. He is nearby. So let's go ahead and get my unit here. Alright. I don't know if I'm trading with Lihue. I think I am already. Oh, I like how it shows me what I can do. So what is this? Need to improve trade relations, but I can trade with what? Okay, so I can trade with him. Alright, perfect. So, yeah, let's at least go off in a direction, and then we'll be able to work with that. Alright, let's see what's over here. Okay, we got that researched. Or... Not research, we got it unlocked. You're now free to roam because you won't get hurt anymore. Alright, so we got to find more of the land. We got to deal with this. Looks like Missouri is the one in the worst shape. Yep, it definitely is. Alright, so his ships are one-turning my stuff. I don't... How is that possible? Alright, so Borobudur was built, of course. I mean, everybody's going to build everything except for me. So, we're just going to move on from that. We're not... That's not our focus. Alright, Choctaw's ready. So we can just grab stuff now. I'm going to grab this. That's a great tile. Okay, moving on. Saida is the smallest number of naval units. Yeah, we're not really caring about a navy. I will actually kind of build a little bit of one, though. I am going to get a Karak. You know what? Go ahead and give me a fleet commander. Hit me with a fleet commander. Let's get up in this. Yeah, let's say hello to him. Okay, I'm going to destroy your economy in here. That's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, he has to be punished for what he's doing to me. As for this, we are going to build a bit of military. You're going to get me a knight for now. Oh, look at this. Look at this, what I was talking about. Ready? Okay, so it's, what, 20 GDP? 20 GDP and 100 gold. Alright, so we're at 2240. Oh, man, it's going to be great. Boom, boom, boom. And then we should get one in Kusa here in a few turns if I look at treasure, right? There we go. Yep, Kusa is now... Okay, so Kusa's offset by 4 turns. So pretty much... That works out. Either way, let's take a look at our GDP. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right. Oh, and we got an economic point out of that. Plus, it gives us a little increase in money. Let's go with purchasing and settlements. Oh, actually, gold for every imported resource would be pretty good, too. 1 resource capacity in cities, or +2 if you have 3 or few. Oh, yeah, let's go down this way. I do like the purchasing and settlements, though. That would be very helpful. Either way, let's continue on. Okay, you took more damage. All right, I'm actually going to get you right up in here. No, there you go. Yep, you're going to do that. And I'm going to have you almost kill it. Can I just go here? Perfect. Yeah, that'll work. All right, yeah, so we're taking damage there. I think he's trying to kill Missouri to resettle it, which I find hilarious. All right, let's hit that. Let's hit that. All right, let's get our knight out here. Might as well go ahead and attack you. I'm going to go ahead and buy another knight, because luckily I can get about 1 thing a turn. I could get some Karoks. It's not a bad idea, but I want to handle the land invasion first. All right, we got our religion. Every religion was taken. Dang it. So I can't be Christian, apparently. So do we have anything that resembles money? Anything that resembles money? I'm not doing any of these. All right, the lotus. That looks like a lily pad, a frog. Honestly, I think we're kind of a mountain area, so we're going to do butterflies. Yep, we're going to do butterflies. And the name of our religion is money. It's basically money. Actually, how about the gilded butterfly? How about that? We're the gilded butterfly religion, okay? How about that? There you go. Gilded butterfly. Great. Reliquary beliefs, I don't give a rip. All right, none of this matters to me. We'll go with temples and altars. They actually do those quite often. And I wanted tithe. Tithe was the big one I wanted. I wanted to just up my money like a crazy person. But I can get 4 gold, culture, and science for every wonder and others. Hey, everybody else is building wonders but me. That might be the time. You know what? I think that might be the time. I could get more production. Covenant, I don't care. Influence, happiness. Desert biome and other settlements. There is a lot of desert in Xerxes' land, so I actually could make a ton of money that way. So we could do Shrines of the Kami. That's only for a few areas. For every wonder, and oh, it's for every wonder and other. Oh, you know, yeah, we're grabbing that. Shrine of the Kami for sure. Capture a settlement that does not follow your founded religion or 62 culture. We'll give it a shot. Might end up doing that. Pretty much any of these would work. All right, so command a unit. We lost our guy, so we're going to pull back and make them come to us. Yeah, we're going to make them come to us. And I'm going to buy another, if I have the money. I do. We're going to get another catapult here, so. Okay, that is not a great catapult location. That is actually terrible, but we're going to have to live with it. Gonna have to live with it. All right, you need to go this way. All right, before we move on. Okay, so where did I build my temple at? Oh, right, Gilded Butterfly. There we go. Okay, so we'll get our temple over here. I might make some missionaries here, kind of spread the religion to ourselves a little bit. All right, good. We made this. Let's go ahead and send that route. So we're now trading with Uthiaya. Just throw the crabs into the lowest one, which looks like Kusa still needs a little bit of love. So there we go. Kusa's growing. Beautiful. Move on. All right, so man, he's just stepping on my stuff. It's insane. How did you take that in one turn? Really? Really? Oh, no, he killed my guy outside of Missouri. Never mind. Okay, that is still not good, though. All right, so we got our tradition slot. We're going to change our policy immediately. Now, I wanted this, but we're going to go for this. So we're going to get +3 combat strength for land units when defending. And when making peace with other leaders, our relationship goes to neutral, and we get a free merchant. So we're going to confirm that. I would love to settle up peace with him as soon as possible. Propose peace in 3 turns. So we just got to hold him off for 3 turns. You know what? I will actually get in here. Let's increase our war support for ourselves. And we have enough left. I'm going to hinder his finances because he deserves it. Yeah, he deserves to be hindered. He's the only one that actually competes with me in money. Shoka's doing great, too. All right, so we got to be careful here. We can lose Missouri very quickly if we're not careful. All right, so you need to go out of here. I'm annoyed that that's not giving me XP, but so be it. I'm going to attack your settler. That's kind of why you're here. We're going to attack from the north with Kansas, so get me actually a Warrock. That'd be great. Does kind of leave Missouri a little exposed, but we're going to go for it anyway. Okay, going to do a hit. Let's get another hit on that. Let's grab another person. Let's get a Warrock now because it'll spawn back here, which works in our favor. Although that guy is there, he will be zone controlled. All right, so here's Kansas. We could get more food or production. I think Kansas needs to become something. So we're going to grab this production here for the science. And Kanza has everything but a stonecutter. I'm going to make more money. So we're going to do that. Yeah, we're going to make more money out of Kanza. So that's what we're doing there. Homa is... Okay, that's my city, obviously. We're pretty much set. We're pretty much set. So we can get a little bit of everything out of this observatory dungeon if we want. Honestly, coming here for 10 gold is pretty good. We will lose a little bit of happiness, but I kind of like this. So let's make a ton of money out of that. Buildings in the capital, I know. Catherine likes least great works. Yeah, we're not getting a lot of them. We could go into theology. Not really what we want. What's this? Mercantilism gets us science on our gold buildings, which is something I do want. Let's just kind of see where we can go here. This is probably already built too. That's normally what I go for keeping my culture afloat. All right, so here's our settlement limit, trade range, science. Yeah, we kind of need to go this route. So we're going to stay down here. Yeah, we're going to stay down here. I know we need the settlement limits, but I can't really do it right now. All right, so we got our fleet... Oh, wait, my bad. This is Cahokia. Cahokia, we're going to let's get like 2 missionaries, and then we'll figure out the war effort here. All right, we got ourselves a fleet commander. Let's go ahead and bring him up front so he can get some XP. Boom. Like right off the bat. All right, so this knight will die. So he should at least kill an archer. Beautiful. Yeah, we at least got that out of the way. All right. Now we got this army commander. All right, let's attack this boat. Attack it again. Beautiful. If I could get a boat. No, we don't have enough money. All right, yeah, so we just got to keep holding the line. All right, so what do we got over here? Another island. A lot of tiny islands. Still one over my limit, but hey, whatever. Wait, who's Catholic? Oh, Ashoka. Okay, so he was able to attack that. That's annoying. We lost our knight. He was a valiant knight. We've lost our city defenses, so he can walk in here and take this, which is not great at all. So we got to really focus on that. Luckily, we have these knights here. Okay, we have initiative, right? Do we have initiative? What do we have? I took Bastion. Of course I did. All right, so I can go back here. Yeah, try to get through this stupid settler. Go up here and attack him. All right, we got ourselves a promotion. I'm going to definitely take initiative now. I kind of need it. All right, let's get a Warrock out here. Let's kill this guy if we can. Not quite. All right. Got this. Okay, we're getting some science out of Teltongo. That's great. All right, so what do we got in here? So Cusco. We could get more of our stuff. I honestly think it's time to just take some... Yeah, get some gold and some people, because we've accomplished our goal with the convoys. We're not going to get any extra stuff out of that. All right, so this rubies will actually give me 1 gold in towns, doubled in homelands. So actually, this is really worth it. I know we could slot a resource, but this is going to get me more money. All right, so we got a Karok. Before we do that, let's just move him. So that way I can get that going. In fact, yeah, let's move up 1. He won't be able to attack this turn, but that's fine. Yeah, we're just going to start destroying this stuff. Let's level up our fleet commander. Basically, just give him combat strength against land units. That's what he's here for. And we're going to go ahead and get another Karok. Because our goal is to actually just fill this up. We're just going to kind of destroy this edge of his empire. Oh, we are heading towards Rizal. Let's give him a quick improved trade relations. Great. So he accepted that. All right, we got ourselves a knight. We could probably do another one, honestly. Before we do that, where's he at? All right, so he's over here. Oh, we'll go ahead and hit that first. Oh, yeah, just stepped on it. Lovely. All right, we got our other army commander coming down here for the assist. We got to focus on this. Let's go for the kill if we can. Okay, so we can take him out, and we will. So let's go ahead and do that. Secure that. We can't spawn another person unless it's a Karok, so we'll go ahead and get a Karok then. I'd rather be getting some type of unit out of this. Actually, Creek, if we have enough money left. We don't. I will get another catapult, though. I am pleased with that. All right, so we're losing this catapult unless we do something. Looks like we're going to lose him, but we're going to go ahead and mess with that boat anyway. All right, because Creek is actually decently defendable. I really just didn't care about my right side of my empire. That was my fault. We could get more production out of this. I think we probably should do that. All right, so I could get food and production, just production. Well, I might as well get food and production, huh? -5 happiness on that, apparently. All right, so let's do that. Let's grow. What do we want? I could, actually, if I put a building down just right, I could probably get another pot cop. Or not pot cop, terrace farm. Could go here. Well, it has to be rough terrain though, doesn't it? That might go. Well, actually, you know what? We're not getting any wonders. Yeah, let's go there. We're gonna put a thing there. All right, you can pillage. Yeah, we're just gonna destroy all of his stuff. All right, so we got ourselves. Oh wow, a ton of areas with wonders. That's actually that kind of makes me cry. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, hey, Cahokia, you need to not be... You need to follow the Gilded Butterfly first. Okay. I need to change that. Alright, Army Commander needs a fortification. He's feeling a little left out. You're going to sit tight. Alright, oh yeah, you can do whatever you want now. Honestly, I would like to get more settles out. I'm still over my limit anyway, so let's see what happens with Missouri now. Probably going to lose our archers. Yep, that's a given. This guy's going to get pummeled by... Okay, yeah, apparently they just killed him. That's great. Right, so he's gone. That is unfortunate. Okay, we found the Bermuda Triangle. Oh, that's cool. Where's it at? Right next to Shangjing, and we can't really do anything about it. Thanks. Alright, so let's move on. We could get some incense out of Kusa. Might not be a bad idea to acquire that now. Actually, I think let's go for some production. Yeah, let's grab some of this, and then we can also do terrace farms and stuff to get some more food out of that. We could just keep grabbing science. Let's actually get some science now. Yeah, let's grab this little marine tile. I have the money. The only problem is that I can't... Oh, I actually will support this. That would be great. That would be fantastic right now. That combat strength would be fantastic. Alright, so we've got ourselves shipbuilding, we've got ourselves metallurgy. I could get combat strength for ranged and siege units, which I think is the way to go. Is there anything in here for, like, let's see, other than our... okay, so that's infantry. Is that... Okay, so that's the cavalry. Okay, let's do our ranged and siege, because that's actually our main defense right now. Alright, we've unlocked the armorer in Cahokia. Let's go ahead and put that in if we could. So we got a double and triple production, which honestly is the way to go. So yeah, let's go for this triple. Now, we are going to lose 4 science, but that is a ton of production that we can work with. So that's my main goal. Alright, so we got ourselves... okay, you're the lowest. Good. I need you to go here. Make Cahokia Gilded Butterfly. Let's go over to Homa, and then we'll try to spread our religion to other people. Try to get, you know, some culture and things like that out of the way. Okay, so I have 3 ships. I could do 1 more. I think we can hold off. Let's get an armorer instead. Oh, wow, that's actually pretty decent. Yeah, let's go ahead and fill in... Oh, man, I'm loving this. Oh, that is actually fire. That is a 3 production tile. I lose 2 influence, but I gain 12 production and gold and food. Oh, man. Okay, well, this is a 3 that will eventually go away. So, yeah, let's go here. I mean, to be fair, we're looking at numbers that matter now versus later, but, you know, it's for if I want to plug in specialists. Okay, so we have nothing to plug in here, so we're just going to leave it be. I would like to... I could actually increase my economy even further. Oh, he's creeping on me. I don't like that. I could increase it further by just taking stuff out of my towns and throwing it into my city. I don't like doing that. I would prefer to actually get fishing quays and harbors in here to at least, you know, facilitate some growth. But we're going to hold off because I need to focus on this stuff. Yeah, I need to do one of those. Apparently we got a little bit of HP back. That's great. But before we do that... Okay, perfect. That is what we want to see. You're going to die. I don't like that. There we go. I'm going to move you up. I doubt you'll get this kill, but in case you did. Alright, you should hang back, get some health. Our commander is moving into position, and Missouri, we could buy a unit. So let's get back to our Waroks. So we're going to start buying those, because we do have a defense again. And we can finish this guy off, so let's do it. Good, he's gone. There is an archer there. He probably could kill our knight, but hey. We killed one of his, so we're good. All right, we need to get across here. Whatever that stuff is, I don't care. We got ourselves a Karok, and we can attack. Beautiful. Let's get ourselves some XP here. Lovely. Actually, I would love to send this back and upgrade it. Probably should do... Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Get ourselves Karoks all the way. That'll kind of help with what we're doing. I could get this commander in the water and across. However, all I have are archers, so that does not help my case. They are very weak. Alright, we're going to just keep pillaging his stuff. The whole point is to hurt his economy. Alright, so there's that. I could move forward one. I don't know if I still have the hit. Okay, I do. Great. Yep, perfect. And we got a promotion out of that. So we do have this. We're going to go down the ranged ability to go for the catapults. I'm going to move you up one. Take you in. Let's get him going. We could make a trebuchet. Not really worth it right now. Let's see if we can almost kill this boat. Almost, not quite. I'll take it. It's good enough for me. We will try to build a fortification here. Not likely. You will build a fortification. Maybe. Alright, you're just going to kind of go back and forth. Hey, we found treasure, guys. I don't know if I really care about it, but we found it. Alright, yeah, I knew they would kill that knight. Yep, that's kind of a given. He was a sacrifice for that. This Karok is actually going to be doing a lot of duty for us. So we lost a unit. It hurts, but hey. Okay, we can get science on gold buildings if we want. We also get 20% production towards constructing gold buildings. We're actually good right now, so we don't really need that. There's trade wins that could double down for us, actually, because we can do our gift economy and trade wins. So actually, we'll take this out and take this in, because that's going to be a ton. So we're at 201. Let's see if that changes. Okay, so it actually stayed the same, so that's perfect. So we got more, we got a benefit out of that. All right, we're going to take 600 gold for sure. Definitely want the money. Oh, and that just gave us a policy. That's great. I wish it gave us another tradition. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. So I would love all of this. All of this. I would love all of this in here, but we kind of have to keep this going. So in that case, let's put our happiness back in. Now we have a big bonus. There we go. All right, competing religion. Yeah, of course. Everybody apparently loves spreading religion to me now. It's a freaking treat. All right, so let's go ahead and get in here. I mean, to be fair, I don't really need a religion in my area. I just get real annoyed that I get no benefit out of having one. I feel like I should have benefits. Let's hit you. Love to get some splash damage in here. That'd be great. All right, yeah, Raga's all over the place. Good for him. Would love to Skillium because this right here would be great. I'd love to have another wonder. Yep, yeah, you guessed it. I'm gonna hurt your production. Get myself food. Let's kill this boat. See you later. Got yourself a nice Karok in here, it looks like. That's cool. Be a shame if something were to happen to it. In fact, how about we make something happen to it? Let's get a Karok ourselves. Yeah, I don't think you're ready for the smoke. All right, so there is a knight over here that I'm not pleased about, so we're going to actually bring this military over here because this is more defended than I thought. So we're actually pretty okay. Now, you do have initiative now, which is great, so we can actually make this magic happen. Let's kill this guy. Yep, he's a nobody. I'm going to actually move my commander forward one and the knight. Oh, we could actually attack you. I might do that. All right. Get this kill. Good. Let's go ahead and attack this. Wonderful. We could actually almost get him, so let's do it. It gave us a promotion. We're going to move up one, actually, first. That way he doesn't get sniped. All right, we got both of each. I'm going to go for... we got a ranged unit. Let's make the use of it. All right, we got ourselves some convoys. So that means we're getting 20 more GDP, keeping ourselves ahead. On top of that, that means in 2 turns, we're going to have 3 more of them. All right, we got ourselves a religion to spread. Also gives us gold. It's pretty nice. All right, pop up here. All right, we finally made it across. Let's get through there. Love to upgrade that boat, actually. Now, if I could see who you are, might start befriending you. I don't know yet. All right, we're great on the influence. Really, only 2 people are edging us out. Ashoka by 1, and then Saida naturally makes great influence. So let me take a look at Xerxes here. So he's 8 of 10. I actually would not mind incorporating some of his empire. I do want to still trade with him. If he's actually willing to take peace, I'll just do that and move on with my life. He is willing to take it, but I feel like he deserves to be punished. So if I'm not getting anything out of this, he will give me 40 influence. Okay, let me see. He has a ton of money. Yeah, he should be giving me money, man. Okay, I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to hurt him a little more. And then... in fact, I might even take Bactria from him, just to prove a point. All right, we lost ourselves a catapult. That is unfortunate. He's sending more... wow, he's just almost killing my catapults in 1 hit. What a freak of nature. All right, I'm not actually going to save that catapult. I know that sounds odd, but we're not going to do that. All right, yep, just going to let that roll. All right, got ourselves another promotion. Now we have the ability to where our stuff deals more damage. We're actually going to buy a trebuchet right now. Can't use him, but we will have great effect. Alright, so next up, where do I want to go is the question. I forgot I was letting this grow. I completely forgot. Yeah, let's grab that. Aritum, should I spend a bit of money? Oh, right, I need to get a stonecutter. Let me get that at least. You're done. Let's make you into a mining town. You have a ton of production, which makes even more money for me. So thank you, Artem. We've done that. We've accomplished that. Alright, so we had a flood. Nothing happened. That's good. We do need an armorer. It's only 1 production. This is a double. I really don't know what to do with this building area, then. I could put a granary on it, I suppose. We are going to lose our adjacency on it anyway. The 1 adjacency it has. We could just let it make things for me. That is an option. What about terrace farms? I do want a terrace farm. Get that first, and then we'll probably put our armorer here just to make that happen. I think that's going to be our goal. So we're going to do that. All right. Kusa's looking great. I'm going to do a production house. That's the plan. So we're just going to boost a bunch of production. I don't really care for science too much in here. I do want a temple, though. It does have a ton of happiness. Could go either way with it. We'll go here. Throw a temple there. That'll really help. Alright, so let's get you down here. Let me move everybody over one. Shuffle, shuffle. Alright. Just gonna keep attacking units and getting upgrades. Upgrades, people. Alright, so +1 attack range. That's what I like to see. Need to get that splash damage, though. Oh, yeah, let's hit those people. There we go. Gotta make you hurt. Gotta make you hurt now. You didn't know what was coming, but it's here now. Alright, so first off, like, you need to quit with your garbage. Alright? Quit spreading your religion to me. I don't want it. I don't really need it. Yeah, we'll go way down to Bactria, I guess. This knight's coming down for some defensive maneuvers. I'm going to kind of wrap this guy around. I'm going to give you all an upgrade, too. Real quick. Alright, so let's hit the knight out. Alright, that's what we got going on. Go for another knight. Get ourselves a Warrock. Oh, my bad. Okay, we only have one Warrock. Okay, good to know. Alright, so those are all out. That's great. I can't do much else with this right now. You could... I'm going to move you up one, actually. Alright, so our Warrock took damage. I don't like that. So let's go for a kill. Good. That's out of the way. Now we can start moving this Karok around. We could actually reach you, which is impressive. So that means I should grab this guy. I should at least go... Alright, step. Okay, yeah, let's be careful with that. There we go. Step and step. I'm going to hit you. Of course, you went the other way, so that's unfortunate. But we still got the almost kill anyway. So, perfect. Alright, so, of course, someone's already befriended him. Alright, let's go through here. Great lighthouse. Not bad. It's pretty good stuff. Alright, so, yeah, we're doing okay. The economics of this is just... I'm trying to climb, but people just don't want to... I actually don't want to deal with this, but I do want Bactria. That would at least crunch his empire. The only downside is it will hurt me. Oh, Bactria's going to be following... Man, okay, this is kind of annoying. It's protracting me. I don't like this. Alright, so there we go. You need to go to Wapayu, or whatever. Get that going. Alright, I went for the Warrock. That's not a surprise. He's probably going to come in and attack me, too. Okay, we're going to lose a catapult, and then what are you going to do? Okay, you decided to do nothing else. Alright, so let's load that in. Alright, we got 2 innovation. We got the extra combat strength. That was the main thing. Let's go ahead and hit you. Go ahead and hit you. Let's go ahead and hit you. Perfect. Alright, so, yeah, we need to start attacking Bactria, so let's get in here. Actually, I'd prefer if you went there. There we go. Let's go ahead and make a fortification. We're getting major victories on this, so let's just go ahead and do that. Oh, is there a cliff there? It doesn't look like it. Oh, you're just out of movement. Okay. That's fine, then. Then we got another knight coming on the way. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and get rid of you. Alright, you're gone. That will kill me, so I don't want to do that. Okay, he's got some Mamluks on the way. That's even worse. Alright, so let's try to fortify while we can. Start getting some units in here. Grab another knight, I think, would be ideal. And we'll start using this Karok, get into Kusa here. We could actually obtain Kusa if we wanted to. Alright, Choctaw. Let's go ahead and get some more... Actually, I don't know. Everything looks pretty good around here. Everything's looking pretty good. Yeah, you know what? Give me this. How are you, by the way? 1250. I want to incorporate you really bad. I can at least get a temple right here, though, so I will do that. I'm going to go ahead and fill this out, too. I know it's wasting my money, which I need for my war, but we do have to build up this economy at some point. All right, there we go. That helps out. Okay, we can get monasteries, so we can get 4 science and 3 happiness if they follow my religion. I get science on my specialists, receive a population. Honestly, I think we go for the monasteries. Yep, get some nice monastery action going. That'd really help prop. Let's go ahead and head towards metal casting. That's kind of our... We're in a war. We're kind of focused on that. Apparently, I can get monasteries. That's actually good to know. In Cahokia. I'm not opposed to them. Yeah, let me put one of these down right there. Alright, what else we got? Apparently, I got monastery action over here, too. I lose some gold, but I get 4 science. Not a bad deal. Are you not following my religion? Yeah, of course you're not. Alright, let me get some more GDP real quick. Yeah, just, you know, enjoy that for a little bit. Alright, so... 2784. It's not as much as I was hoping, but it is a good amount. Alright, so where else are we at on this? We could kind of build up a bit of a military. Let me get a few, 2 missionaries maybe, and it might be time to kind of start thinking about, you know, certain things. Alright, so let's hit that. Perfect. I could use one more Karok, actually. I know I'm over the settlement cap. I've been over it since forever, so I don't know why you're bringing it up now. I have a trade opportunity. That's where we're headed. So, yep, good job. Thank you. You revealed everything that I'm already doing. All right, let's skip that. What else we got going on? All right, maybe I'll upgrade you in the territory. Because as long as you're in your ally, as long as you're in an ally area, you can actually do that. Alright, I'm going to see how this plays out for another turn or 2, maybe. And then I kind of want to piece him out and move on with my day. Alright, so reinforcements are arriving as well. Alright, we made it. Trade route in. Fantastic. More stuff we can... Oh, hold up. I gotta help out my economic centers, of course. And we have 45 resources slotted. 2 gold for every assigned resource. That is a triumph, so that's something we can use next age. Homo we're going to throw some food into, because I like throwing food into Homo. Or anywhere, for that matter. Alright, so 84 gold. Actually, I should work this, because Cusco's making a ton of gold for me. Problem is, yeah, no, we're fine with what we got. We're fine with what we got. So now we're making even more GDP again. So, fantastic. Now if we could just... Yep, that happened, which was expected. Looks like he's trying to... Okay, killed my Karok. So pretty much summoning Karoks is pointless. So we don't want to do that. Alright, another gentle explosion getting me production. That works. Okay. Cahokia, I could do a person. What's over here? My bazaars and guild halls? Oh, this is Cahokia. Right. Actually, I'm not opposed to that. Yeah, let's make more money. I like making money right now. And money is actually keeping me alive. Let's go ahead and get some science out of here. Missouri could do something, but it's not connected, so I don't really... Oh, it is connected to 2 cities. Good to know. Oh, diplomatic action. I will support this. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate it. I could actually increase my war support against Xerxes. It's not a terrible idea. Monasteries. Do I want to trade food and gold for science? I think I probably do. Except for that, I'll keep that. So we could get some good monasteries in here. Could increase my productions of things. In all honesty, I should probably get some trebuchets built up and sent down here, instead of just buying them. That way I can save my money for other things. Okay, could you quit with your religion? It is really frustrating me. Just go away. Just go away. In fact, I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to pop 2 of these out. I kind of do need the missionaries right now. All right. Like, it's severely annoying that he or she keeps doing that. Alright, let's get our last upgrade. Is this the splash ability? Splash. I love splash. And then more damage. Alright, now we're talking. Now we're cooking. How about you just go away? Yeah, see you later, bud. We could take Raga, actually. Alright, so throw our full might into this here. Creek. You've guessed it. We're going to buy another Treb. Apparently I could buy some things. I kind of do want to do that. A gristmill would be amazing. Is this a fishing key? Sure is. Yeah, let's go out here. Let me go ahead and get that harbor. Why not? Gotta spend a little bit of money. Alright, we'll get the rest later. Alright, skip that out. Alright, we're actually looking pretty decent. I'm gonna go here. That protects us. Alright, there we go. Take a little bit out of the defense. Let's do some more. Great. We got another knight on the way. We got a unit, apparently. We got some swordsmen. That's actually pretty nice. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade these guys. Lead the Warrock back 1. Let's get our man-at-arm out. Alright. Another man-at-arms. And then let's attack you. And then if I could just... Oh, another attack. I'm going to take it. Beautiful. Great. We got a great defense here. Let's get us another... Oh, we have no money. Alright, I was going to get another ranged unit if I could. Alright, so let's get in here. Okay, yeah, we're going to pull back on that. I don't want to attack 2 boats with 1 boat. That's a terrible idea. 2-on-1's a terrible idea. I know, shocker. Let's go this way. Before we hit next turn, let me see who's hurting on the cash. Definitely. Oh, you know what? He's only got 30 gold. Let's chat him up. Let's give him an open market and some farmers markets. Try to get him to like us. And then could we increase this war support a bit more? Next turn I can. I think we probably will do that, unless someone sends me something. Are you trying to kill my man-at-arms? That's not surprising. Gonna keep trying that. Oh, he's offering a peace deal, huh? I want Bactria. Alright, so that flooded... You're giving me 200 gold after all that? You're going to give me 500 gold. Yeah, okay. You're not going to give me anything? Bactria? Alright, I'm going to make you hurt. Quit being, you know, a certain type of person. Alright, we got to change some policies, otherwise we're going to take some happiness hits. You know what? I will keep that gold, actually. Yeah, we'll take that. I'll take the gold. Could take the production, too. We're going to keep this. We will have peace shortly. In our age. I know, crazy. That we will have peace in our time. Who would have thought? Yeah, we're going to attack that. You thought you were cute, but you're not. So we're going to attack this, because it hurts him. And I don't want you hurting my boats. Touch my boats, and we start going nuclear. Yep, that's right. Nuclear. Alright, Kusa, what you got for me? A ton of science, food, and gold. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, we're going to grab one of those bad boys. Alright, so we got some missionaries out. Oh, yeah, repair that wharf. That's a ton of stuff for me, so I kind of need you to stay on top of it. This is actually a great change of pace for me, so we will do that. We'll see about the rest, one thing at a time. Alright, you are a 2. I'm gonna leave Dascilium alone, I guess? Let's go to Athenae, and then you can go to Karakorum. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, we got more trade resources. I don't know where they came from. Something probably got blown up, so I gotta move things around. I'll actually put the elephants into Homa, right? Because these need to be here to increase my culture. And you know what? Yeah, we'll just increase Homa up even further. Kusa could also use a bit of love, but Kusa's fine. Alright, yeah, we're good. I don't know what happened there. Oh, the wharf got blown up and it rearranged everything. That's right. Alright, so let's do a catapult. Or I should say a trebuchet. Another catapult situation. Trebuchet. Almost for the kill. Alright, let's start with the Warrock here. Let's hit you up for that. Okay. Move you here. I could attack. Actually, yeah, let me move up one. Get a full range of motion on that. Don't mind if I do. Alright, so let's break the wall. District destroyed. We could start hurting you, or I could take 20 science. Let's do a little bit of health. I'm going to heal a little bit, let you guys kind of hit me. That's fine. I know that sounds very weird to say, but just trust the process. Trust the process. Okay. Yeah, we're going down this tree. These guys are basically just here to take damage, but they are going to go ahead and start hurting him anyway, so beautiful. You're going to heal. You're going to sit tight. Apparently you're doing something. Oh, you were building fortifications. There you go. Skip your turn. Alright, so those boats did know and see me, so they're coming for me naturally. Alright, so you are going to go up to Choctaw. You know, I just want to spread my religion to myself a little bit. It just always feels like the right thing to do. Oh, hey, we can get some stuff here. Nice. There is some treasure out here. I'm just down the settles. I'm down everything. Well, when I say down, like I'm over the settlement limit, but yeah, you all know what I meant. Alright. Man, you only took 7 damage for that. That's lame. That's lame, too. Alright, you're still trying. I appreciate it. Alright, so, a little bit of an explosion here. Let's fix that farm. Beautiful. Could get a monastery, actually. Oh, I can get a ton of monasteries. I actually do like that idea. How much do they cost? 180 a pop? And let me put some of them down. Let me put a few of them down. Put a monastery situation over here. Alright, we're going to leave it at that. 650. Want to keep that money a little bit. Alright, so what's next? Okay, I can get 6 gold out of this, even though I'm barely getting any science. So that's actually not a bad idea. Over here, garden and inn. I'm getting 4 gold. Could just keep getting more people. You know what? This just offers a lot, so I am going to take that. Even though it's not the yields we were expecting, it's something we can work with. Alright, so we got this done. I could go for the combat route. Let's actually go Bastion now. It's time for him to start getting some Bastion abilities. You need to start hurting... Actually, yeah, hurt this guy. Okay. Because now I can already hurt this guy. I can hurt him quite a bit. In fact, I can even take Bactria from him, which actually is a great idea. So, yeah, hold up. Where's this knight going? He's going in here. That's what he's doing. No. Click. Click. Who has a promotion? You have a promotion. Let me get that too. All right. So what's this? +5 combat strength when at full health. Infantry and cavalry. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of why infantry and cavalry is kind of the way to go. Either way, we've got some good stuff going. I'm going to kill this boat, because I hate this boat. And then attack that boat. And what can we get in here? I'd like a unit. I would like a unit. A Warrock would be great. I just don't know where he's going to put him. So let's actually go for a knight. They was behind. That's fine. I'm going to keep it as is. I still like what we got. Alright, so we got our knight in here. I'm going to go for this kill. Boom. So we took Bactria. We will keep Bactria as well. Looks like, unfortunately, he didn't get a religion out here. I'm going to kill this guy. All right, fantastic. We're 2 over the limit, which I'm now not happy about. Oh, we did get the expansionist attribute point. Sweet. Well, don't mind if I do then. We'll go ahead and take, 50% gold towards converting a town to a city. That is actually fire for us, because now, like, I can get Choctaw here. It's only 800 gold. That is way better. Alright, so we got our missionaries done. I am kind of feeling getting a guy out here, so let's do that. A little extra science to kind of, keep us chugging along here. I'm going to go ahead and just get these gone. I don't care for the food. The science is better. And the gold's kind of consequential at this point. What about you? Oh, hey, well, there's a free one. What about the terrace farm? Of course, that's where the terrace farm's going. Alright, you know what? Put the terrace farm there. Yep, cancel that. We'll put the terrace farm there. And I'll put a monastery next to it. If I can get terrace farms down, I might as well get my stuff down. Alright, let's put that right there. That's more GDP. Fantastic. Alright, so let's delete this Mamluk if we could. I think we can. And look at that, he's gone. Man, where'd he go? Nobody knows. And then that's hurting everybody, so I love that. Alright, perfect. You can head on down to whatever that is. I don't care. Alright, so you're good. Alright. Oh, I need to upgrade you. Yeah, I need a little bit of cash for that. Okay, so we took Bactria. Kind of all we needed to do. Bactria now follows my religion as well, which is even better. Let's get you down here. This has a full military. Let's go ahead and take them in. We're going to just heal. I'm going to keep you here. I could go for Kusa or Baghdad or Parsa, you know. Could really start hurting him. I'm wondering, I think it's time for peace now. I'm fine taking more of his settlements, but let's do it later. So let's propose peace. I now want 500 gold. Okay, well, fine, give me 200 gold. And give me 100 influence. Fine, 40. Perfect. Okay, so he's going to give me 200 gold, 40 influence. I think he should give me more of this because he is losing this war. I'm mainly just getting out of this because I don't want to deal with it anymore. All right, so we're going to propose this. Great. Glad we had that fun. Let's get out of this. I'm done with you. You're dumb. See you later. We took Bactria from him. We got a free merchant in the capital. And that free merchant's going straight to Baghdad. Yep, we're going to start trading with him right away. And he's neutral with us, which means we can actually do improved trade relations. So we're actually going to do that right now. We're going to talk to Friedrich about that as well. Great. So we got one going that way. Get me another... Oh, right. Well, I just took that. Missouri. I need more people. All right, so now our money can go back to feeding our economy, which is great. This is not great. This is actually... Oh, that is awful. Of course, my military got shoved out. That's lovely. Okay, you're going to go over here and heal. You're going to go here. We're going to take whatever that is. I'll just take the food. And let's move on. Start spreading our religion, doing other things. Yeah, we're done with this war. We've accomplished what we needed to. We taught him a lesson. We actually have an even better foothold into his area. So that's great. You know, it's just... It all worked out pretty well, honestly. And now that we have this money, we can now do things that I've been wanting to do, like a fishing quay. Let's put that in there. Let's get a harbor as well. Fantastic. Now we're making a lot of food, a lot of production. I wish it worked on this, but it doesn't, and it's fine. In fact, we're going to buy a temple in here. Oh, wow, yeah, it actually gets adjacency from that. Perfect. Yeah, so we're going to get that temple in. Great stuff. If we were to do anything, it'd be a saw pit, but I don't really care. We're just going to let you be. Are you even connected? You're connected to 2 cities and 4 towns. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm going to let just Machu Picchu just grow. We're just going to grab resources. I do want to try to mess with other things. All right, monasteries. We could get one more. Might as well get that out of the way. Production in here. Do we want a shipyard? Yeah, let's go ahead and get that. That's a ton of adjacency that we can work with. And then, yeah, let's go with the last monastery. We're going to get rid of our pot cops. We don't really need them. Low happiness is in Kusa. Maybe we can fix that. That temple will actually fix that. So, yeah, we're fine. 1 turn. We'll be good, right as rain. All right, we're over here. Start spreading some religion. I'm just going to take these units in. If I... Oh, wait. My bad. There we go. There we go. And then we're just going to wait here. Because I know that Xerxes will hate me again. He always does. Give me Creek. Give me a merchant. So those are the 2 to him. Get Cusco online. Get me another... Okay, I have no money. Next turn. Yeah, I just want to trade with everybody. That's my goal. Catapult needs to heal. The knight can kind of stay. Honestly, yeah, Parsa was the only one doing anything, so we're kind of fine. Yeah, just everybody just sit tight. Like, we got a great defense. Bactria was really the only issue, and now that we've acquired it, we've kind of taken care of that little bit of business. So, let's go here. Let's go here. Oh, yeah, my Warrock. Let's put him right there, I guess. Yeah, so, yeah. That works pretty well. Let's go out to Kusa. Let's get some stuff there. Let's heal. Let's go out here. We lost fur in a trade. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to Kusa. Let's get you following my religion. I wish you still had, like, some benefits, like in 6 with religion. I know I bring that up, like, all the time. But what I mean is, like, I should still get happiness for following my own religion. And I don't mean just in the crisis. I mean in general, like... Not because I had to pick something. Someone beat me to gunpowder. Wow. I was kind of unintentionally aiming for that. All right, Cusco. What do we want? I could go in here, but it's really... Oh, it has an armorer. That's why. I don't really care for that. I don't really care for any of these. I think I'm just going to take more... Yeah, more of these, because honestly, I know what we're picking next stage. Ooh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. All right, we don't need any more monasteries. We could build some walls. Honestly, where are we at? I want to go through the culture tree a little bit, so let's kind of get through some culture. Really up our culture, I think would be great. Let's get our last monastery here, and then we'll see what we go from there. Okay, so now we're happy again. We could go for an inn, and I'm actually not opposed to this one. Well, we do have that altar we have to get rid of. I have no idea what's going here. I don't want to do that. Yeah, let's just do this. Yeah, we're going to go there. That inn will be pretty helpful. All right, all of our stuff here is done. In fact, just take these units in, and let's just go here and heal. All right, now let's get Karakorum in here. So that was a relic. Okay, so that's leading me towards relics. But he also does have Sanchi Stupa in here. So our cultures and stuff should be going higher very shortly. Because everybody has wonders but me, pretty much. You need to go to Parsa, because we're already going to Baghdad. All right, we're going to just keep exploring here. All right, you've got a religion. All right. Okay, I can one-charge this, get another relic. Let's go for that. Out here we go. All right, snag this. Minus 100 culture, get a population. I'm just going to take the influence. I don't want to really lower my culture, especially now that I'm making culture per turn in my capitals, or old capital. Yeah, so, yeah, let's go. Gilded Butterfly. What got built? Notre Dame. Yep, we have to be careful. I can definitely see us losing in regards to other things. Alright, so that's Constitution. That's nice. That's nice. Alright, what are we doing out here for Choctaw? I think we're going to get us probably some food. Actually, no, give me this production. Choctaw, let's go ahead and convert you. Look, 783. So cheap. Boom. City, done. Now, we could buy buildings, which actually isn't a bad idea, because this bazaar actually gets us GDP, obviously. We do want to come over here. Oh, okay, perfect. We have two great areas. We have some great areas over here as well. But let's go with this one. Let's get that out of the way. All right. So let's go and look at what we can do here. Stone cutters, sawmills. I want the lot. Let's see here. I do want to get an observatory. The best one would be there. I could get a kiln as well for a double. So let's do the kiln. I'd rather do the kiln there. All right. Is there anything else we are up for? So many of the sawmills. Where's my stuff at? All right, so this is never going to change. So we'll go ahead and put a sawmill there. Stone cutter. I kind of feel like, okay, we could get some stuff out of that. It's not a bad idea. Okay, yeah, let's go stone cutter here. All right. Do I already have a temple? Oh, yeah, I put my temple there. That's actually, ooh, you know what? Cancel the kiln. That's a bad idea. Kiln should go here. Actually, wait, no. Kiln here. Observatory here. There we go. Alright, now we're figuring it out. Guild Hall over here. Alright, I am going to need a wharf. What is this? That's a gristmill. Yep, let's put the wharf with gristmill. Actually, no, come out one. I'm going to put my shipyard over there, too. And then we're going to need a dungeon somewhere. The only downside... Okay, we do have adjacency for that. That actually is not terrible. Okay, so yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do a dungeon there. And we'll probably put an armorer with it. So just get that out of the way. And then we could put an inn here. Kind of wrap around. It doesn't really do much for us. Let's kind of leave that alone. Maybe we just put an inn right there. Yeah, you know what? There. We got it all figured out. Let's just let it work. I really don't care the order. Actually, maybe I do care about my order. I care about getting my gold buildings early. You know what? Just leave it. Just go. Just go. Have fun. See you later, kid. All right. We got some wine. That's going to be fantastic. All right. We could go for more buildings now. Or we could go for gunpowder. I think we need to get our buildings. That's kind of the most important thing for our economy. Not just for the GDP, but, you know, more of this equals more of that, you know, just kind of how that equates. All right, we're done here. I'm actually going to do some culture festivals here as well. Oh, my bad. I know we don't have any, but in case something pops up. All right, let's get some more GDP, by the way. Happy to take it. Happy to take it. Fantastic. Now, if we look at Choctaw, if we go in here, we should be getting treasure from Choctaw as well. Yeah, we are. That's what I like to see. All right, so Choctaw is set up to go with the others, and Kusa's on its own. Good to know. All right, so moving on. Do we want to trade or change anything? Oh, we ended our war, so we don't need that anymore. And now we can really start going for some science or for some gold in production. And in my opinion, I think we're going to try this. So it's going to be a 0.5. Settlements get 0.5. So 0.5 gold for urban, 0.5 production for rural. So let's watch it. 731, 852. We made over 100 gold that turn. It's a big deal. Yeah, that's a very good... It looks like it's nothing until you realize it's something. I'm messing with you. That sounded so dumb. It looks like nothing until it's something, right? Wow, yeah, this is some philosophy right there. All right, there's Kusa. Gets me another relic. A Karakorum is now in my grasp. Oh, yeah, go all the way here because I can get a relic for a turn, which is great. All right, there's Atheni. That's another relic. Let's actually take a look at these relics. All right, we're getting them. Really, it's just going to get us culture, I think. Not really anything worth mentioning, but hey, we'll take it. Now, we do need to try to kind of sail across the oceans here. I'm glad this guy's over here. We need to lose production for 2 turns, and I get a boost in attack. I will take that, actually. Yeah, because Kuzku is already doing nothing for me anyway, so it's fine. So what did we discover? A boost to some tech somewhere. which tech got a boost. If it is some type of bottom thing, I'm not going to be happy. Of course it was. All right, so I can 0 turn this and get... Okay, wow, thanks. That's great. There is a wonder I could try for, actually. I could try to get some walls and go for Than Hewitt. That is about the only thing we got going for us. There's Savannah Harbor. Oh, hey, I think we met everybody in the game now. Amina. Nice to meet you, Amina. Pleasure, I guess. Oh, you also have the ability to do the thing. So Songhai and Inca are the only ones that can really do that, where they can create treasure fleets in their own territory. So... that's a pretty big deal. Alright, so Kus is done. I can get some terrace farms, apparently. I'll plug one of those in, actually. Yeah, I love you having food. So we're going to do that, and then we're probably going to make more missionaries or something. We got to spread the Gilded Butterfly as far as it can go, because it's... they just need to know how amazing it is to be part of my economy. Alright, I'm going to upgrade units, honestly, because I don't trust the human being that's beside me. I know he's AI, but still. Alright, we're going to go down here. Just kind of prep this if he decides to get a little frisky. I'm going to set this to auto-explore. We're 2 over the limit. We need to really work on that. I really don't want to conquer my limit, but hey, if we have to, it is what it is. Oh, hey, let me snag that bad boy, too. Man, there's a whole bunch of stuff to discover out here. All right, I really just want to automate my exploration at this point. All right, there's that. I wish I had Dawa to spread my religion this way. Choctaw needs a lot of production, actually, so congratulations on that. Let's see, what else can we give you? Because we're going to move some things, looking at what we got. Because I have more jade. Yep, I have more jade, guys. You know what that means. You get those, so I can get more jade. I love this. Oh, man, so much money. I love how Cahokia is making so much money just off of the fact of all this jade. That's really the only thing making so much cash. All right, so I need incense and other things. I could move something. What do we got going on here? Oh, you know what? Let's take these truffles out. Let's take some kaolin, I guess. And, oh, you know what? We can drop a kaolin. And then we'll do the incense, and that works. Because these aren't as important to me as imported resources. Even though I'm about to get a whole bunch more, because I'm about to trade some more. Because that's just what we do. I actually do like the fact that I took Bactria. I know I'm changing topics here, but here's why. I like Bactria because, in all honesty, it kind of does the one thing I wanted. So Parsa is just on the other side of this river, and it kind of just shows, like, hey, this is my border, is these mountains and river. Except for right here, obviously, but, you know, I kind of like it. I was like, hey, you need to step off. You need to go your own way. All right, what do we want? More money and science and food? Oh my gosh, who would have thought I'd go for that one? All right, what else we got? Oh, we can build universities now. I'm actually all for that. What is this? I could just go here. We already... yeah, let's go there. I don't think we're going to put any specialists in because I don't really like any of this stuff, but hey, we got it, so. Yeah, see, for this, I might just do a base. You know what? Let's do a base yield. Yeah, we'll do a base yield play, because I need to do that more. But yeah, so base yields, it's like, hey, we're just going to take what's offered. It's not really a big deal, you know? We're not going to get adjacencies off of it, but hey, it doesn't hurt to have it. Actually, we should get universities, now that I think about it. We do want those. I want to improve my relationship with someone I don't know. I think this is a cultural city-state, so maybe. Yeah, why not? Oh, it is not. It is scientific, and we will say yes to them. Howdy. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I didn't realize we were going to up the ante that much. Don't mind me befriending you. That'd be great. Alright, yep, there we go. So we got Gangyang coming our way. Oh, hey, let's snag this. 25 damage for 80 food. I'll just take 100 gold, actually. Hey, actually, you know what? Since our war is over, I just realized we can ramp up some things. Yes, I forgot. We can finally start doing things. Oh, yes. This is what I wanted my money for, was to build up everything I'm doing in existence. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, we're getting some monasteries. Put them down. Okay, those are great. I can get one more. Let's pause on that. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let's go up to Wanuku, actually, because I have a Brickyard Stonecutter combo. I could get a 3 adjacencies on these for sciences. I have nothing for culture, though, so I can either do science adjacency, or I can just go ahead and take 3 gold, which, honestly, I'm going to take the gold. So we're going to take this gold. Let's get out of there. Let's move on from here. What do we got production-wise? Okay, I got some woodcutters I can work with. Honestly, that's a pretty good woodcutter. All right. So, Orheed has really not grown, has it? Interesting. All right, so I took a capital. I settled one, or not capital. I took a settlement. I won over my settle from just me doing settling. I need to get more settlement limit. All right, we've unlocked the Transcendent Victory condition. We will be taking a look at that. Luckily, nothing happened. So what do we got? 18,000. Okay, we really got to push that. Wow, Ashoka's already at 60. Really? That seems... I might have to exclude Ashoka from my games. I'm just kidding. I'll obviously keep all options on the table. But I think that's ridiculous how powerful he is. I don't know why. I think it's because he's on the front cover. I'm not kidding. I really do. Like, there's no reason he should have the power he has. They just don't want to nerf him. Alright, so what are we going to put in here? We could get Influence a Turn. We don't need that. Scouts. We could get some Sight. Survey. Well, I guess that sticks for a long time, doesn't it? Overbuilding. We don't really have much of this. We could take Production. Let's just actually just save a little bit on our people. Well, let's get a University in. We got a triple and a double. Yeah, let's get in here, because we already moved our other stuff. Yep, so yep, let's finish that out. All right, let's get in here, and welcome to the club. There's another relic. All right, let's send a trade. There's Parsa. Okay, we got a lot of good stuff in here. So first off, Choctaw, I think, is actually going to get the camels. Yep, Choctaw getting camels. Who would have thought? Let me go ahead and throw some production your way, because that's a great thing to do. Drop these crabs. Take these crabs. Yeah, we'll take all of those, actually. And we're going to throw these crabs somewhere else. Who has low food and a lot of warehouse buildings? Pretty much nobody. You're all about the same, huh? Oh, you know what? Let's throw Artem in there. That food still goes to our cities. All right, you should drop this incense because it's garbage and get me even more money. That's right. I love money. All right, what else do we got? I think I need another city is what I think. Oh, we have a thing. We got a slot. Someone's got to go. Something's got to give. What's it gonna be? Production? Usually not. All right, I need more truffles. I need room for some truffles in here. I wish I could slot even more resources, but people have taken that ability away from me. There we go. That'll work. Fantastic. All right, so that's in. Great. Probably make... I wish it showed how much GDP per turn I was making, but yeah. Is what it is. I'm sure it's a lot. I love how that's my... Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's a lot. Don't worry about it. Oh, hey, Bactria is actually available for... fixing. Oh, we're making 1,015 a turn, which is really good. That's really good stuff. Okay, let's actually start with our grist mill, since we have that ability. Is that a harbor? Looks like a harbor. I'm actually going to go here, because this should stay, well, minus the incense, so that's still a ton of gold I can work with. Okay, is that harbor? Let's give it a fishing key, because it deserves it. Alright, I like having those. Alright, so we do have a... Okay, we do have something somewhere. We have a brickyard somewhere. It's in there, isn't it? Yep, they love doing that, don't they? Alright, so this is a 3 adjacency, so we do like that. That's okay, that's okay. Actually, this is some good adjacency. This might be a... We might turn this into a city, even though it's not adjacent to a mountain. I mean, it doesn't have to be mountain to give us some stuff. Alright, so we do have a 2 adjacency here. We have a single adjacency here, so we should close this out with stuff. So yeah, let's put productions in here. Let's get a saw pit. We'll put the sawmill with it, too. So there's that. Now, how about a regular saw pit? Could go here or here. I don't want to do that. Actually, what is this? An amphitheater? I don't know if we can really move that to anywhere better, but let's just crush that. Put a granary with it. You know, just have that out there. Now, we do have terrace farms. Let's go ahead and put that in, too. All right, so Bactria, in my opinion, is not bad. It is not bad. We got great areas for gold. Probably even crush this for some more gold if we need to. So we can make Bactria work for us. So that is a viable option. You're going to go back to auto-exploring now. I wish I could auto-explore, but we can't, because you're apparently that type of person. All right, that's another relic. I forgot that the thing basically just does relics, which, honestly, I don't care. That's fine. Gongyeong's going to help me out with scouting once I befriend it, so that'll be great. I like how our one scout's really putting in the work for us. Alright, so apparently there's a action minus 12 due to Friedrich's thing, so he don't like us no more. Even though we're sending him a bunch of good stuff, which is annoying. Alright, we're going to go ahead and grab this, and I'm going to open the thing. We're not going to slot it, but just kind of, you know, just have it available. Alright, there we go. I will support this. I love when Catherine offers me stuff. I wish she offered me stuff more often. Actually, speaking of offerings, how about we do that as well? Are we friendly with... Not friendly with Teach, apparently. But he is making the least amount of money, so I will be friendly with him. Maybe he'll turn around for me. So he has the leader agenda that he's not happy about, but what could that be? What's his leader agenda? Build naval units, dislikes leaders that neglect building... Okay, so he just wants me to have some navies. Alright, so that's fair. That's fair. Might be able to do that. Let's go ahead and get our university in. We definitely want that. Oh, that's a 3 as well. Right, right. Well, we want the 3 that gets us more stuff, obviously. So we could kind of get rid of this or leave it as is. Just take the base yield. We'll probably end up crushing that at some point. Let's go ahead and upgrade this catapult. That could be pretty helpful. I kind of do want this temple. Oh, I do want both of these. So let's see where we could put a good sawmill at. Let's see here. So what we got over here is a grist mill. Yeah, let's put our sawmill and grist mill together. Let's get a stone cutter as well. The stone cutter looks like not much we can get. Well, we could get a food and gold out of this, which I will do. So we're going to crush that. We'll put a granary with it. Alright. I like that a lot. Now, before we do anything else, let's go ahead and take where we're going to build. I could start working on mountains. Actually, to be fair, Creek is done growing with all of its stuff because of what I set up, so we'll keep it as it is. How much would it cost, though? 1,000 gold is actually not terrible. So, Terra's farm, that is beautiful. That's a ton of gold. We'll definitely put that in. Alright, so let's just keep moving. We got some treasure convoy in Kusa, which means in 2 turns we're about to have 4 more treasure convoys. Alright, I gotta bring you back to Catherine and upgrade you so we can just move on. I forgot I had this guy, because he is someone else. I do have 2 scouts. I do have 2 scouts. Alright, so we got +10 trade rage and 2 science on trade routes I've initiated. I got a settlement limit. I got tariffs. I've got indenture. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. We finally made it to some of the things we wanted. I'm just going to take more gold here. That's a great gold building area, so we're just going to take advantage of it. I could throw some specialists in here. I'm not going to. Let's just grab 3 food, 1 production, 1 happy. I will support this. Catherine and I, we're not bottom, but we're middle, so... Ooh, why are you unhappy? Most conquered settlements. I have 1. I literally have 1 settlement. Alright, so we got these down. We need more settlement limit. 100% is what we definitely need. Before we do that, I will go ahead and grab theology real quick to enhance our belief, and then we're going to go and get more settlement limit. That's our goal. That's the only thing I want. Is that for the terrace farm? Okay, we're going to ignore that. I could do 1 or 2 walls. I don't really care on that. Let's just go ahead and actually get me a missionary. I could use that. And then we'll kind of move from there. Kusa, all I can do is build walls here. And since he's starting to not like me a little bit, I think we will build some walls. Just a few. Alright, we do have some abilities available. Overall, I think we're pretty happy. I wish I had more tradition slots. I would like to plug these in, especially the 2 science for active trade routes. I have a ton of those out. Is there anything I could drop? Technically, I could drop my gift economy, because we do have trade wins. So it will kind of have our gold that we are making, but I don't... I also like the gold adjacency from resources. I like the food and gold receive adjacencies from mountains. I really don't... I want more traditions, is what I want. I just don't have a lot of traditions. Or tradition slots, I should say. Alright, this trebuchet can sit tight now. I don't really think Xerxes is going to cause us any more problems, but we'll see. Because we got him neutral right now, and yep, now missionaries are starting to go off. There's White Tower. Alright, so there's the enhancer belief, +1 charge of missionaries. We don't really need that. Okay, we got pavilions and menageries. That's great for us. We can actually use those. We were kind of in a, I wouldn't say a bind, but we were at a point where we needed to do more stuff anyway. Alright, let's do our belief. If we could do... Oh, we can do Dawa. Well, I'm going to put that in because I actually am actively sending out trade routes every time. Alright, now, as for this, let's go ahead and grab another settlement limit. That will get us to even. And then we can see about grabbing more. Alright, we can do menageries and pavilions. This is Cahokia. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so let's see here. We can do a menagerie or a pavilion. Let's do the menagerie here and the pavilion here. Kind of evens out. I like that. Oh, and we got our... trade convoys. Let's go ahead and get those unlocked. There we go. A few more GDP per turn for us. Boom. Fantastic. Keeping us ahead by almost 1,000. Actually, a little over 1,000, so that's good. I don't think we're going to win it this turn. I wasn't as active as I should have been. Also, the war definitely did not help us. I didn't initiate, though. Just to point out, I did not initiate that war. So... That is, I'd like to point that out. All right, we have 1 more good gold in food building. So do we want it to have a double or a triple? I say we let it have a double, and we're going to let the triples speak for the cultures and happies. Yeah, we're going to do those. So there's that. We could just grab more... oh, actually, we're doing pretty good on happiness. What do we want to do? I could go for this, just get a little bit of more of this. Not opposed to it, but I think I'll go for a specialist right there. That'll be pretty good. All right, we got our missionaries. Let's get our menageries and pavilions in. Menagerie, let's see. Yeah, we'll put a menagerie on top of this, and we'll do the pavilion right there. So that'd be a nice, even keel on that. All right, menageries and pavilions, or you keep building walls. I want to take a look at something. I think we'll probably lose to it, but Than Hue is not built, but we need 7 walls. I think Kusa might be able to provide us with that, so we're actually going to build some walls in Kusa for a little bit. Do something a little different there. We don't need the missionary ability. It's nice, but we don't need it. I need to go to Kanza. We need to spread our religion. Speaking of spreading things, we need to go to Bactria here. 1,500 gold. That's not a bad idea. Missouri, do you have some? Yeah, you have a ton of stuff. Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah. Give me a gristmill. Give me a granary. Yeah, we need to up this a lot. Definitely need a stone cutter. Holy cow, yeah. Might as well get a saw pit and sawmill, why not? Do we want to make this a city before I do anything? I don't think so. We'll lose this gold adjacency anyway. Saw pit, sawmill. Let's go ahead and get our temple in there. Boom. Fantastic. We could do walls. What about terrace farms? Alright, we'll put that in. What about monastery? Oh, it's the only spot. Well, I want the terrace farm. I want the food. Let Missouri grow one more time, and then we'll see what we'll do with it. Get you in here. Let's upgrade. Now I can send him off and just never have to worry about it again. I might do the same with him. All right, before we move on, let's see here. I think Wanuku still has some stuff. Okay, it does have a stone cutter we need to put in, because that's 3 more gold. Ooh, we'll put in a monastery real quick. That's not a bad idea. So there we go. Trade's happening. We're getting another settlement limit in. We're doing all the things we need to do. So, all right, we got to grow a city. Cahokia. Oh, what are we getting out of this? That's actually not too bad. It's not bad either. So, gold, production. Okay, yeah, let's fill this one. Well, we're about to lose 2 of those. Maybe we don't do that too much. These will stay. So, yeah, let's actually do that one. And we want to be a little careful on our specialists. Okay, let's grab this. That's the wine. Missouri could still keep growing in 6 turns. It is connected to the trade network, though. And, in fact, I think we will go ahead and let that do its thing. So, I think farming would be a great use of... Okay, farming was terrible. But we do have buildings. I forgot. So, we can get a wharf. It's not really going to help us, but it will give us food. So we'll take that. So at least get the food. Alright, moving on. Kusa can grow. Could grab some production right now. Other than this will still be a double. We'll lose the iron, but that's not terrible. Could also get... Yeah, you know what? Get a little... no, give me some production. Need some production right now. Yeah, let's focus on those. In fact, yep, you're going to build another wall. We're just going to build walls around ourselves. Apparently I have monasteries, but I can also put a terrace farm there. And I'm going to put the terrace farm, so that'll help with growth. Alright, Wanuku can't do anything. Alright, what else we got? Ooh, cotton. I definitely want cotton. That is great. Bactry I'm going to leave alone for a little bit. Okay, so what else we got in here? Science, science. 2 science on science buildings. 5% towards constructing buildings for every city-state. So that'd actually be 10 if I'd grabbed this sooner. That'd been nice. Science on specialists, science on brickyards, harbors, and stone cutters. I kind of like all this. All this is pretty good. Let's go with a nice... I actually do have a lot of brickyards, harbors, and stone cutters. So let's actually do apprenticeship. That actually probably boosts us pretty well. Oh, we're up to 504. That's actually great. Okay, yeah, we're looking pretty good. Oh, why do you have 10? Get out of there. No, no, no. We all know where the 10 goes, guys. Okay. Oh, never mind. 10 does not go there. Can we put 10 anywhere else? Wow, I'm actually pretty full up right now. Well, if I had to make a choice... And since I do make decisions, there we go. We're losing 0.3 production. That's a bummer. But I would rather have this food elsewhere, like Machu Picchu, because it is growing. This is a farming town. That's... Wanuku's growing still, apparently. Right, where are we at? Catherine's all the way out here doing something. Oh, boy. How about you go home? Go home. All right. Yay, yes, auto-explore. Go away. I don't want to I don't want to deal with any of you. Like, I'm being the king right now. Well, I mean, I am. It's like, go out there. Don't come back. Don't come back ever. Okay? Just stay away from me. Don't ever return. I don't need... No, no. It's for the best. Okay? Well, I'll be. This man apparently still wants to talk to me. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'll take some of your silks. I'll take those silks. You're a good man. I wanted to leave you alone. You are part of the Gilded Butterfly Guild now. Alright? Yep. You belong to us. Friedrich, hey, man, you need to chill. You need to take a pill. Alright? I don't need you getting upset. You're upset. I see that. I don't understand it, but I see that. And I think you should not be upset, because I'm just out here living my life, okay? Let's get another monastery, and another monastery, because I like monasteries, even though they're costing me a fortune. I could use a temple, don't really care. It's not really on the priority list. Now, Atrim, though. Oh, I can get a gristmill. Put me down for that. Put a granary with it, too, I don't care. Alright, we could do terrace farms and monasteries. Okay, so it's one or the other. Give me the terrace farm. Alright, great. Atrim I'd love to mess with, but I don't really know what else to do with it. I need another settler. That's what I need. Give me another person. Choctaw just keeps providing me with beauty, by the way. Just puts down another building. Oh, man, lovely. There's a guild hall. There's settlement limit. We're now even. We're right where we need to be. Nobody even has 12 settlements, which is surprising. Okay, I'm annoyed that he has so much science. He only has 9 settlements. Alright, what else we got? We want to keep grabbing stuff. This will always be at least a 3. So I'm going to go ahead and put a guy there. Oh, we can be Kajar if we want. That's great. All right, what are you offering me, Choctaw? I think you're offering me more production. That's what I'm hearing. All right, so we got that out of the way. Let's go up for society. Now, well, actually, we can hit sovereignty. Let's get that settlement limit first. White Tower's gone. Notre Dame's gone. What is this? Innovation? Okay, maybe we'll do that. I don't know. I'm just trying to get some settlement limits out. I have a few settles I want to make. You're going to keep building me walls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walls, right? Okay, we got 5. We need 2 more. I know. I'll lose Than Hue. Don't even tell me, guys. I already know. I already know I'm going to lose it. All right, you're good. Let's go ahead and hit up Bactria. Oh, Bactria already has it. My bad. You need to go to Missouri. Creek. Get me a temple. Put that down. Yeah, put a temple down. Give me a missionary, too. I want to spread this love around. Monasteries. Oh, my gosh. Put them down. Put them down. Oh, those are fire. I love monasteries, man. They're the best. Best. Okay, have 5 non-center. Okay, someone else is doing some stuff. Good for them. 2 culture on the wharf, 2 food on the wharf, 2 happiness on the wharf. If that carries over to next age, which I know it won't, because, man, they love not letting you do that. I will take happiness. I will take happiness. Kusa, wall me, baby. Another wall. Put them down. I think that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we need 1 more wall after that. Put me down for 20 GDP, and in 2 turns, we're going to get 20 more GDP. Why does Choctaw have more room? I don't know why, but hey, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Fill it in, baby. Fill it in. Fill it in. All right, so Missionary, Creek, welcome to the club. The Glittering Butterfly. You need to go to Missouri. Okay, so it looks like Xerxes being a guy. I don't like that. I don't like him being a dude. So we got to probably do some settling. All right, we've unlocked urban planning. That's the last ability. Homa, yeah, I need some settlers, man. I'm going to need 2 of those bad boys right now. We're going to go over our settlement limit again, okay? We have to. There's no other choice. All right, what is this? Yeah. I know. I'm not fighting people. It's a shocker that I'm not doing that. Good grief, man. Get off of me. Get off. All right, so we could do that. We could do this. Let's go ahead and get the 10 innovation and a scientific attribute point. What about, there should be another one. What's this do? Gets me 5 innovation and naval units get +1 movement. Okay, well, I want urban planning first. Give me, oh yeah, give me that money. Give me the money. Oh my gosh, I love money. Put me down for kind of like a little bit of everything. -3 happiness in cities, but I get 50% more trade income. Let me see how much that affects the money. 1153. All right, so I'm losing 3 happiness in quite a few cities for about 30 gold. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really like that. I don't feel right. Get them tariffs out of here. Those weren't good tariffs. There was probably better tariffs, but that one wasn't a good one. Let's get some production. We're gonna lose some happy. Yeah, let's lose some happy and get something out of it. That's what I think. All right, Cahokia, the big dog here. Let's get you some banks and hospitals if we could. All right, that's a triple. I love that. That's a triple up there, too. I'd rather do the safe triple, so put me down for both of these. Yeah, we're going to get rid of our influence now. I think that influence has served us long enough. All right, so let's look at this bank and hospital. Woohoo, look at that. A triple over here, too. Oh, man. Great stuff. Oh, and a triple here, but look at that. Double. This is the spot. That's a spot right there. Get all nice and cozy over there. That's a pretty good spot. Okay, I could get more. Just keep doing the. Keep doing the. Put me down for this, this right here, actually. All right. There's Missouri. The Gilded Butterfly. Flies again. I think it works. I say it works, so it works. There you go. So, Xerxes is going to eventually hate me. I wish Rizal, for all of his flaws, would love me. Okay, so stuff happened. Let's fix the stuff that broke. My pot cop, apparently, still exists. Good. Man, I can buy banks. Oh, that's fire. All right, so there's some GDP. There's some GDP. There's some more GDP and some more GDP. Also, you need to get a missionary. I hate the fact you're not following my religion. That's garbage. Garbage, get it out. Gilded Butterfly all the way. Everything else is a lie. It's a cheat. Don't believe it. All right, what do we want? I think, honestly, I'd go right up here and take a lovely monastery with it. Oh, that's right, I can't. I can't take monastery because it's next to a thing. All right, you need to see where you're going to settle. 1, 2, 3. Okay, because we're going to definitely do this one, so let's go ahead and secure this for sure. That's a guaranteed settle I want. And then the other settle will be closer that we can work with. All right, so what are you doing for me today? Apparently that. Wanuku, you're kind of done. I'm not going to lie. You're kind of done, I think. What are we offering? Combat strength? I don't need that anymore. Oh, that was Xerxes offering it. I should have accepted that. Increased our relationship. You know what, Xerxes? You hate me. And I hate you too. But I'm going to help you out. How about that? Yeah, you didn't see that coming, did you? In fact, I'll improve trade relations with you again. Let's trade some more. I'm going to make you love me through trade. How about that? All right. I'm going to show you how amazing I am. That's what we're going to do. I think you should have learned that after I took your stuff, but, you know, you can't win them all, you know. All right, let's get one more wall in here, and then maybe have a Than Hue party. I do have surplus influence. I am spending it. 5 culture per alliance actually would be kind of nice for me. All right, so you're going to go in here and show Parsa the wrongs, okay? And you're going to go to... Well, you only have 1 charge left. Go ahead and head towards Baghdad. Might as well. You're getting an upgrade. Might even keep you. You did offer me silks when I told you to just, you know, get out of here. But you stuck with it. You were a champion. Oh, well, ain't that nice. 1 food on warehouse buildings, 2 food on food buildings. I think that's a dedication. Let's actually take a look at these. I have not been paying attention nor caring. That's not happening. Don't care. Someone else got that. Technically, 2 people can have this. I don't care. That is nice. I don't really care for that. 1 more alliance wouldn't be bad. That might actually be what we need. Treasure fleet we're working towards. We might actually be able to get that. We would want that too, actually. So there's that. Treasure route, or trade routes, sorry. I need 4 more. Oh, with each person, every leader, I need to hit the other 4 up, which isn't going to work. That's not going to work either. Really, I only care about probably this one and this one. Okay, so yeah, this is a next stage thing. Settlement limit won't work. I just don't have the room. Haven't met enough people. The only other one I would want is I do want this. This would actually be a big boon for us to win GDP. So we need 3 more universities. That has to happen. That has to happen. So that's our main focus. I don't think we're getting 3 more settles in distant lands. Maybe. I'm more focused about my own continent, really. All right, Choctaw, talk to me. What are we doing? You know what? Work the volcano. Yeah, work that volcano. I think it's a great idea. All right, now as for Kusa, get me more of this. And then I'm going to put down a terrace farm real fast, because that is a lovely terrace farm. Ooh, I could almost actually destroy that. But I won't. I love it too much. All right, so we're done with that. That's good. Winuku, only thing left is a temple. What about Aratim? Temple, okay. Those are cities. We're going to leave them alone. Kanza, yeah, I want to really do my gold purchasing in my towns. Oh, we do want a shipyard. I will agree to that. I'm going to lose this adjacency, so I'm just going to take that. An inn, though, we could definitely use. There we go. A hospital. Yeah, let's lose the gold. Yeah, we'll lose the gold. That's fine. That hospital will come in handy. I will actually take a wall, too. In fact, I'm going to go to Bactria and buy a wall. That's a great idea. Bactria also needs to become a city. It actually has room for improvements that I can work with. So I actually do like that. Okay, we're going to support whatever that was. Good old culture run, don't mind me. Dismiss that agenda. I'm glad she's happy. All right, we got our settles. Let's go ahead and do a bank and hospital if we could. Ooh, that's good. Oh, that's good too. Oh, that's great. Hey, there we go. Yeah, you know what? I like this one. Oh, but I lose. Oh, that's fine. Where do we want to put our hospital then? I get 3 gold out of it. Honestly, 3 gold. Yeah, you know what? Goodbye. I'll take it. All right, we should have Than Hue available. Oh, it's a 3 turn. Perfect. Let's see. Where do we want to put it for the most effect? Honestly, we could go here. That makes this a 4, this a 4. And then once this goes away, it's still a 3, and this will always be a 4. So I kind of do appreciate that. And then what's in here? Oh, that's right. We can get at least 1 adjacency. So yeah, this is actually a great Than Hue spot. We'll put that in. All right. Now let's move our population. Let's see. Honestly, oh, you know what? We could get 1 more tile. Let's get more production. I can't put a monastery on that. Or I can't put anything on it. That's a bummer. All right. We're looking pretty good in the department. All right. Yeah, Cusco, you gotta quit this. All right. All right, let's go trade with Raga. Oh my gosh, that is a wonderful trade route. Let's move in 1. Welcome to the Gilded Butterfly. It's a beautiful place. All right, you're going up there. I think like maybe here gets us the turtles, kind of shuts out almost the whole thing, and keeps anybody from getting on my stuff. I like it. You know what? I've decided I love you, but you got to go. You were too good at your job, so do it better over there. That's all I got to say about that. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, so all that work for Than Hue. Saida got me. It's a shocker. All right, well, we'll just take culture, I guess. That's... Yeah, I agree with you, Alex. What the heck? All that work. Well, let's go discover calculus then. In Kusa. That's fine. No one can take that from me. Nobody say anything. I already know. I said it, and I can see them stealing it from me. Stealing my calculus. All right. The Gilded Butterfly is actually sticking around, which is surprising. I'm not complaining. I want to keep it that way, but goodness. Oh, hey now. Oh, settled her down. There's a settlement limit, which means I can make things happen. All right. Dismiss all of that. Great. I'm glad there's love and hate all around the world. Let's keep spreading one of those. Let's go to, actually just go to society, get there first, and then we'll figure it out. We could build up a lovely medieval center in here, not a bad idea. I'm just going to get some culture running, because that's what I care about. I'm trying to get my settlement limits up. That's the main goal. Okay, Raga. Oh, he incorporated, okay, well, I'm going to go over here and send that on its way. Baghdad is starting to close in. I can pretty much send butterflies everywhere. All throughout his empire. Alright, we lost Kaolin in a thing. We've unlocked the heliocentric model. I might go ahead and do that, actually. Oh, you know what? Cusco finished its stuff. Great, do that. I really don't care for the innovation, but, I mean, I might as well continue to be involved. Let's go ahead and grab this volcano tile. Shipbuilding gives me innovation. Okay. Is there anything else? Yeah, just give me innovation, I guess, at this point. All right, there's more of that, because I'm trying to raise my GDP as high as possible. I don't really want the age. Yeah, we're starting to really skyrocket away, so that's the goal. Shoka would have to really push through some things, which he can do. He will be able to do that. But we need universities in some areas. Hey, let's grab that. I actually will take this science. Okay, not a one turn. I was hoping for one turn. All right, so actually, we got to plan out some things. Bactria, we do have enough gold. Let's go ahead and make this a city. And I'm actually going to go ahead and buy the university. I'm going to just get that out of the way. That's, oh, it's a triple. Why is it a triple? What's in here? Why are you getting science off of that? Well, you know what? They say don't look a gift horse in the mouth, and I won't. All right, anything else? Nope. That's pretty much triples and triples. So yeah, let's take the gold here. That's one more closer to our goal. All right. In fact, we'll go ahead and put an observatory on top of it. Let's just make this a big old science center. So that's out of the way. All right. Now we can move on to more important things. We need GDP, which means we need gold buildings. So that means we got to start with our bazaars. Put that in there. Guild hall. Let's go ahead and put that. Actually, put that right here. All right. And then we'll put a bank here. Why am I getting science adjacency for this? Where am I getting this? I really don't know where I'm getting science. I don't care. It's just throwing me off. All right, either way, let's do that. Get the gold buildings in, more GDP. All right, and now Bactria is a city. We're just going to throw stuff into it. Probably production. I should throw production into it. So let's do that. Get one of these, and then we'll just throw this around. Choctaw, you should just have some of this, honestly. Yeah, you can have some of that, and then we'll move from there. Because all this is more GDP for me, so I'm happy with it. All right, something got sunk. That's a bummer for them. But hey, it be what it be. All right, so, wow, Halakaway. We unlocked that very late. All right, so, Choctaw. What do you want to do for me? This is a great tile regardless, so I will take it. Put one specialist in there. I will finish that up. We could do a bank. Actually, let me see my banks here. So we could do a triple, or I could do a triple with food on it. I'm going to do a triple with food on it because there's a specialist in here. So we'll do that. All right, that's our other gold building. Our inn, we're not really married to that situation. We need to kind of move around. To be fair, I don't really care for my happiness and culture buildings, but we should put them here to at least get some adjacency, to at least have some base yield. I do need another university as well. That is something that has to go in. I could at least take one adjacency on it, so we will do that. Yeah, I don't really need that farm, so we'll put that in. Those need to happen. That should get us close. I think we're only like 1 or 2 off. And then we'll do a menagerie pavilion here. And maybe I'll put a hospital over there. So there, that's Choctaw. We're going to leave that alone. I will not let our relationship decrease. So you can get out of here with that noise. All right. What do we got in here? So I could do more innovation points. Anything in here I would want. I could get relics, but relics don't really mean anything to me. So yeah, let's do innovations. Let's get those first. Got ourselves a scientific attribute point. Let's save on the buildings. Oh, I could have got the specialists. I don't know. Save on building happiness, and gold is the way to go. All right, so we finished calculus. That's done. Let's go ahead and do a bank for a 3. I'm going to do my pavilion over here for a 3. I need a menagerie somewhere. That looks good. And then where do we want a hospital to be? Oh, you know what? We haven't filled that in. Perfect. I'll take it. Nothing new here. Oh, yeah, that's funny. Actually, we will take this for the culture. So let's drop the... What do we want to drop? Oh, we're getting 2 food on specialists. I don't need that. I don't need that. Yeah, we can save some happiness on that. Go ahead and give me more culture. I just need to try to push through this for some settle limits. Apparently... Oh, right. I will keep you. I'm going to put you right there. I'll put you right here. So if any boat comes along, we'll just blow it up. All right, so we'll go ahead and settle both of these. So there's that. There's Liatampu. Beautiful place to be. We go for some iron. I say we go for... Actually, we have some money. Let me mess with that first. Let me mess with the money first. Let me get a fishing key. and a harbor. All right, let's shoot across that way. I can even do a grist mill. Oh, I can grist mill right there. That would actually... That's actually funny. I'm going to do that. All right, so we got that out of the way. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that would take a bit of time. That's fine. We'll put something here. We can get some mines, basically. So let's do a brickyard. Let's do a stone cutter. Oh, that's right. I'm getting science off of my brickyards and stone cutters. I forgot about that. Oh, and my harbors, too. All right, so there's that. Let's grow our place. So I want food first. Okay. And now I want to get to the turtles. I know this production's great. Don't get me wrong. But I want the turtles for the main course. That's the main thing I want. All right, we already got this in. We'll just leave it. All right, there's Uliatampu. Now let's get this bad boy in. That will be over our settlement, but only for a little while. Honestly, I kind of want to just cheese it. 1, 2, 3. So there's our mountains if we want them. And let's go ahead and secure that. Let's get our fishing key and our harbor. All right, secure those. Definitely kind of a production center for brickyards and stone cutters. Okay, we can't get the other one. That's fine. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Chiquito. How much for you? It would be 1,500. We want to make this into a city. That is a given. You don't have anything, so I will give you these crabs. I know that hurts Aratim, but it's whatever. It's not even growing. All right, off you go. Shoo, shoo. See you later. All right, let's finish this out. It's been a long age. A long age. I know it's going to warn me about being over my limit. Oh, we got academics for the heliocentric, so we might do that. Probably will. We won't go for Oxford, because we're not getting Oxford, but we'll look at other things. I'm going to put this down and get me another thing. I'm going to purchase another monastery here. Boom. Ba-boom. All right, so let's get some more of this. I love this. This is great. There we go. So that's at least 20, 46. That's 80 more GDP per turn there. Yep, we should be good for next age, except for the fact that Ashoka is going nuts, so I don't like that. All right, what else we got over here? I could put this down. If I go out here, I can get another monastery. Do that. All right, perfect. All right. Oh, actually, Homa could just be building them, I guess. I'm not doing much else in Homa. Let's see here. I think I can get one more out here, so let's go for some production. And honestly, I think Wanuku's kind of done. Go ahead and do mining, I believe. Just make more money off of that. Chakuda. Let's go ahead and get our stone cutter. All right. And then looks like there could be some merit to a few things here. I mainly just want to use these mountains for gold buildings. That's kind of my go-to. Although I do have a wonderful gold building right out here. So there is that. So we could crush this with something. Actually, we'll put our saw pit and sawmill there. So saw pit, sawmill. Apparently we have a grist mill option in a few locations. I could go here. It's also a great science tile, but it is 2 food, 1 gold. This is 1 gold, 1 food. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 adjacency tile. This is also a... Oh, can I even get there? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I cannot get to this tile. So maybe I should have moved one. Whoops. That's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. Okay, we're going to leave this alone. I'm going to go out here. All right, now Chakudo is probably, like, cheap. Yes, I'm aware I'm not building a navy. I'm focused on other things. All right, Cusco, you finished up everything for me. I'm going to get a few more missionaries because the age will be hitting us any second now because we're at 69. While you're doing that, you can get me more cultural festivals to push through my culture tree. And now Bactria has more room, so you can have some of this, I guess. Actually, no. You don't get culture. All right. You get to have this, even though it's useless. All right, perfect. We made it. Welcome to, I think, Raga. Yep, it was Raga. Okay, beautiful. We're going to drop this. I'm going to give this to you. That's a lot of production. We are down on some food, not a big deal. Let's actually drop some incense. I care less about that. I want to have imported resources. All right, there's that. We can throw this in here to Kusa. And honestly, we're looking pretty solid. Pretty solid stuff. So actually, let's throw this cotton over here. Everybody's got some type of food or something, so we're looking pretty solid. How are we on the GDP? 5,000. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. All right, let's see how we do here. Yeah, I think our GDP is going up rather well, just not as much as I would like. All right, so let's see here. Now we've got some specialist stuff for happiness and culture. Might change those policies. I'll just hit OK because this is going to pop off. Yep, so there's more innovation. Oh, okay, so we've entered this. We have 10 sawmills and grist mills, so we have 2 science on sawmills and grist mills next stage if we want. And we have 4 hospitals. We can have 3 free city park purchases next stage if we choose. Ooh, it is a divine punishment, I believe. I believe it's a divine punishment. All right, let's go out here. want to secure this stuff. I wanted to do more of this. Akanenka, if I could actually trade with that, that would be great. We'll see. I'm one over my limit. Wish I could settle even more, but I can't. Alright, so just haven't met the people to give me that crutch. Bactria, I'm going to grab one of these bad boys, and then I'm going to go in here, get you a terrace farm. Alright, pop that in. Oh, I saw a wharf. Yes, I can still get it. Alright, yeah, we're getting a wharf. It's a ton of gold. Also, it opens up the resources, because we can get all of our resources slotted, which is all of our GDP. So we have the max GDP now. I know we could have maxed it earlier, but we now have max GDP in our cities at the moment, unless we, you know, do more trading. So we can't do much else with it because of all the resources. Alright, we're at 0 on everything. I'm just going to go ahead and future tech. Before we do, though, how many more do we have for the university? It's like the only thing I would probably want. So I'm going to track this. I need 2 universities. And I'm going to track the amount of gold we're spending. That's really about it. Because we're not getting cargo. We're not getting most of this stuff. I could maybe try to ally one other person, but no one really likes me enough to do that, so that's not going to happen. Right, so let's choose our civic. I want to do social class in 3 turns, and then, oh, my bad, society 1 turn, and then social class 3 turns. All right, Cahokia, keep getting me a few more of these. I need them. Okay, I saw that. I hate that. I'm going to get a missionary for that. Yeah, you can get out of there with that noise. All right, so social policy slots. We could change a few things. Really, we're kind of just set in our ways at this point. I would love more tradition slots. I just don't have the tradition slots. Because we could increase our science through trade range and through science buildings and gold. I need to actually do one thing. I have decided, so I think we're good enough on our culture. We're going to drop this, and we're going to take the hit of happiness. I think we have more specialists. I know we could just double down, but we're not going to do that. I'm also going to drop this production. We're great on production now. And I'm actually going to grab survey. Where's that survey at, or did it change? I thought we still had survey. Okay, no survey. That is unfortunate. We could have really used that right now. Okay, in that case, give me my production back. Yeah, give me my production back. All right, we're going to confirm this. So we are going to lose a little more happiness, but we did get more culture out of it. All right, so what's this? So 5 happiness in infected settlements that follow your religion, and these settlements get a migrant when infected. All right, good to know. This is already set up. We're going to go down to... I really don't care about getting... Well, actually, I do care about that, because that would get me some culture. It doesn't really matter, because that'll go away next stage, because I'm not keeping this religion. Really, my goal for my religion I should have grabbed sooner was to up my gold production and buy buildings, but, I mean, we're still looking pretty fine on that. So there's our settlement limit. We're now even again, so we're good. No happiness penalties there. I could throw another person in here, but I want to be a little careful on that. That seems like it could cause me problems later, so we're going to stop. Instead, I'm going to go there. Let's get us a terrace farm for that. Beautiful. Apparently, I could put, you know what? We will take a monastery at this point. We have enough terrace farms. Monastery that. All right, so grow our town. We can get these wonderful, blanket on it, wonderful turtles. Let's go ahead and acquire, even though we're going to lose these, let's take them. So that way we have that gold per turn now. I will accept this military aid. I need to find these people, because that's what I want to do. Okay, we're going to go for one more settle. If I should actually go for a settle. Okay, he is ticking me off with that. I almost want to... Oh, I almost want to kill him. Alright, so we got one distantly. We're not going to get the others, but I wouldn't mind another area out here somewhere. If I go here, I'm just shy of the Kalen. If I go here, I'm just shy of the turtles. Not very helpful, is it? But I would like one more settlement. I think I'm actually between... Ooh. Don't want to be that guy. I will be that guy. Alright, so Machu Picchu, get me a settler. We're going to be that person. We're going to be that person. If we could fit in there, I think we can just squeeze in. Alright, give me 600 gold. We have another... Let's actually up our culture even higher. So that gets us up to a nice 583. That's decent. I could move... I probably should move this guy if I could. Where's all my culture? Okay, well... Oh, hey, yeah, we can drop the incense. Let's do that. I know I'm actually losing science on these placements, but hey, whatever. So... There's that. Alright, this missionary can go to... You know what? Go to Berlin. I'm gonna mess with him for a little bit. As for you, do we have our religion everywhere? We do not, so we do need to acquire that. So yeah, go to Wainuku, get those 3. I need to actually get these one up and running as well. So let's actually get Missouri for that by a missionary. All right, beautiful. Okay, so we need 2 more universities. We're working on a bank, then a university. So that's one there. I think we just need 1 more university. It's unfortunate that Creek will not be able to do what I want it to. Kudo, I could actually turn it into a city in 1 turn. I wish I could do both of them. Alright, well, we're just gonna have to deal with this. Let's move on. Maybe I don't change cities. Maybe I just set up an urban center real fast and just get the things I want. Okay, so someone's giving me Judaism for some reason. It is the gilded butterfly or nothing, okay? That's what we're doing. Alright, I'm gonna go out here. Oh, apparently I have 2. Well, let me get some production then. So give me a terrace farm. That's a big amount of money. Let me put down another terrace farm, and I'll throw out a monastery. I'll go ahead and take them both, actually. Beautiful. Alright, yeah, I don't care what happened. Alright, all that's left is really building walls. And depending on how this age could go, I'm gonna go ahead and fortify Cusco even further to really just solidify what we're doing. You could go up to Knossos, maybe. Oh yeah, you know what? Go up to Alexandria McKinney. Yeah, McKinney. Where did I lose my religion? I lost it somewhere. Wasn't in Machu Picchu. Oh yeah, give me that settle. That's the one I want. That's the one I want. Ton of resources. I'm gonna be a greedy human being. Alright, Atrium. Yeah, that figures. That tracks. Alright. I mean, it is right there. You need to go up to Tuliatampu. Alright, great. Oh, I need to be careful. I'm automating turns. I don't want to be doing that. Okay, if I get here soon enough, I could actually snag all these resources. I don't think I'll be able to. Oh, actually, he's all the way filled, and... Oh, wow, perfect. Nobody's there. I can snag them all. They can't reach it. Alright, let's go ahead and get the tin. That's going to be a big boost. We're just going to take the money and run. We're going to run away. Yep, we're going to run away with the money. Ooh, hey, I'm going to support that. I have so much influence banked up here. Oh, yeah, give me that culture, too. I was so worried about Catherine at first. Now I'm worried about other people. Okay, I don't know why she's upset, nor do I care. Right, Cahokia, I could build walls at this stage. We're going to make some merchants for sure. But let's go ahead and build up walls. Yeah, Cahokia is kind of in the middle of everything. So we're going to do some wall building, except for here. You can keep doing culturals. You're fine with that. All right, so we got some incense. I don't really want to plug it in. Yeah, we got some other stuff. I really don't want to plug it in at this point. I'm microing every little thing, and I can't micro Cahokia any further. It makes 214 gold a turn like a monster. I love it. All right, so in 2 turns, we're going to get 4 more GDP, so that's going to be great. Do think about making Chakudo a city, but I don't think we have the amount of turns left to make that happen. We got our settlement limit. We got some innovation. Great, great. Okay, great stuff here. Let's go ahead and secure the iron for now, at least. What do we got here? Okay, we'll confirm that for sure. Oh, espionage. Yeah, I actually should be confirming that. Not now. Oh, I could future civic. Is there anything we want? I might just future civic and the age fast. Relics. That's whatever. Yeah, I'm not really going to get anything out of this. Resource capacity in all my cities and homeland and trade range. I mean, I'm going to get all this stuff anyway. So I might just go ahead and just future civic. I'm just going to future everything. Let's just force the age ending. Yeah, I'm here to force the age end, so we're going to do that. I'm just going to make a bunch of walls, build a bunch of people up. Really... Okay, now that I've accomplished this, this can go. And I'm actually going to take this. Oh, well, wait, no, these are traditions. Yeah, I'm going to take that, and I got to think here. Okay, so Homa, we've accomplished... we don't need future civic like that fast. Okay, so I need you to make me, like, all the merchants. Every single merchant is going to be made in Homa. All right, that's what we're going to do. All right, Wanuku, welcome to the club. Gilded Butterfly, off we go. We could use him for Aratim. We'll do that. And then we have the other guy that can come up and do this. All right, so we're losing trade. That's fine. I really don't care what we're losing. Give me another mountain. I love mountains, so I'll take them. I'm going to leave these specialists alone. I could eat into... I don't want to do that. Yeah, just give me regular productions, actually. Yeah, this 1311 would be great, so yeah, let's grab that. Again, we're just making medieval walls around here, so... That's it for us. Medieval walls. That's the rest of the age here is walls. Trade opportunity, that's great. We're not trading. I would like to throw in some cotton. That actually is a great idea. Oh, hey, perfect. We got a spot right here for it. Off you go. More GDP. More GDP. If I could get to 10,000, I don't think we'll get that high, but if I could get roughly to 10,000 before the age ends, that'd be great. All right, let's go ahead and grab this one too. I could turn Chuquillo into a city. I will actually do that. Yeah, we're going to convert that because it works 3 tiles, and I will at least be able to get 1, maybe 2 treasure resources out of it. I don't know why you're not slotted. Get in there. But yeah, let's see here. So we should be able to, yeah, look at this. Perfect. So we're running at least a total of 12 per 6 turns, roughly. I'm going to go ahead and get my, there we go, university before anything else. Go ahead and just secure that. Oh, there says a 3. I'm going to take it. We're going to lose most of it, but I don't care. So there is our, oh, no, we're buying that. We're buying that. Yeah, we're going to buy that bad boy because I want that dedication. All right, moving on. So we got that secured. Let's go ahead and put an armorer with it as well. That seems like a good idea. Actually, if I can just buy that too. Yeah, let's just buy that too. Oh, hey, and we spent money. How about that? 500 GDP right off the rip from that. Catapulting us even higher. All right, yeah, as long as we're careful, we should be able to secure this win. I'm going to go ahead. Let's just keep buying. I'm going to buy an observatory. Boom, more science. Put a dungeon with it. Oh, no dungeon. Dungeon's a bad idea. Could I put this dungeon anywhere else? I could. Oh, that looks like an okay spot. All right, let's get into productions. We need to get ourselves a bazaar. We need to get ourselves a guild hall. Need to go for a hospital. Oh, I can get a 3 on both of these. Put me a hospital here. Or my bad, a bank. I'll put a hospital there. And then if we even get there, we get there. So perfect. We've acquired everything we need to acquire. Let's start spreading that religion some more. I'm just going to keep sleeping these guys. You need to deal with Eridum. All right. Congratulations. All right. Got more trade route range. Part of the reason I am going to tick off both of these people with this settle. I want the resources, and on top of that, it gives me a catapult to trade, and that's the main issue. All right, Homa. This is dealing with a lot of gold. A lot of sign, just a lot of everything, really. Man, there's just so much in here. Actually, yeah, let's do some of these up here. What do we got? What are we running on this? Should be a kiln and menagerie. Yeah, let's keep on this 3 here. I like this 3. All right, Chiquito, you're not getting any of that. You're gonna get productions, and then I'm gonna destroy that eventually. All right, Cahokia. Yep, keep building the walls. That's our job. Wall building is the job. All right, that's what we're here for. These cities are going to be nigh impossible to take, at least I hope so. All right, I'm going to grab a shipyard, because that's actually quite important to me. I didn't realize my wharf was gone. That's dumb. All right, yeah, give me a shipyard. That's something I can work with. That'll be production for the age regardless. It'll really help us out. What else do we got going on here? We do want a dungeon and armorer. Okay, we can get a double on that. All right, we got a few doubles. I'll leave that alone. I'll go for a double out here. That's a good production hub to work with. So we're going to just build production buildings right now. So that's our goal. We could move ahead. Actually, if I go right here, I should be able to get me a... oh, I can't afford it. Oh, I got it. I got enough money. I got enough money for 2. That's what I'm talking about. I can buy an inn. Oh, no. Just keep that. Throw in whatever, honestly. I really don't care. Just as long as you have resources to give me more GDP. All right, you're going to go to Chiquito. Yep, we're just going to keep putting these guys to sleep. All right, so let's start making Ardum follow us. We need to go right there. Welcome to the Gilded Butterfly, my friend. That is another relic. I don't think we have enough room for these relics. Oh, look at that. Gilded Butterfly. 18% of the human population follows the Gilded Butterfly. That's a great thing to see. We have all of our relics filled. Well, that's nice. All right, what is this? Choctaw. Go ahead and work a... you know what? Give me that. Yeah, I'll take that. It's a pretty good spot. Xerxes. He knows where my stuff's at. That's great. I really don't care. I'm trading with him too much for him to do anything about it, I believe. At least I would think so. That's kind of why I'm here. Why I'm doing what I'm doing. Oh, Chiquito is a city. And we gotta fix that. There you go. Oh, hey, we can throw some production your way, too. Let's throw a little bit of production in there, huh? Yeah, there we go. Everything's slotted. Beautiful. You have a 1 charge left. I think you spread your religion far too well. I just want to see what this city is. Hogmatana. Oh, okay, so that's actually his. All right, I'm going to start getting rid of Judaism in here. Not today, friend. Not today. All right, so I need to go there. All right. Oh, there's Alexandria McKinney. It's another relic for us, which we haven't slotted. Mainly, I'm curious if I'm even getting any science, culture, and money out of any of this. All right, we're at a crushing victory. Let's see if that's any closer to us. All right, there's a future civic, future tech, 10 turns, 10 turns. I don't know why that popped twice. Okay, we're only 10,000 away. That's actually great. Works for me. I'm 20 points behind innovation-wise, which is not great. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and take... Actually, that's 2 happiness. That's actually great for us. Snag this bad boy. It's production. Oh, we do have a cultural. That's the one I wanted. Perfect. We'll go ahead and take war support because we'll need that. Yeah, we're just going to future again. We have enough turns to get 1 more future of each, so we're going to go for it. I'm definitely going to take more money. Let's go ahead and let's get a little more culture out of the alliance. I think that's pretty good. And we're just going to keep building walls. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just build walls and move on with our day. All right, crisis continues. Gain 100 science when physicians treat the sick on a district with a hospital, or 100 culture with a temple. I have more temples than I do hospitals, I think. Actually, I probably don't, but yeah, whatever. All right, there we go. There's Eridum. Could get a temple in here. Let's go ahead and do that. Give me a missionary, too. Yeah. Spread that love. We can get Moscow. We can get Orid as well. Where are we at? Oh, yeah. You know what? We can even get... we can go back here for Gnosis. We got plenty of time. Let's go ahead and pop that off. Yeah, it's spreading this butterfly around. I think people are going to love these. It's a beautiful religion. Gilded butterflies. You know what I mean? Very beautiful. Nature-y. I don't know. I really don't. Whatever. Just get it going. 9 turns left for the age, so we will get one more of each, which I love. What are you doing over here? Oh, hey, more turtles. We'll definitely need those. What do we got over here? Oh, whales. Definitely want the whales. Those are going to be great for next stage. I don't need the combat strength, but I appreciate it. Okay, so we're starting to uncover their territory, which is great, but not the best. Like, hey, I'm about pretty much I'm going to have enough time to get walls across all my stuff. No, you need a hospital. Yeah, you need a hospital. You should get one of those. Yeah, put that right there. Get a hospital. You deserve a hospital. This is Kusa. Yeah, we're going to finish off the walls in Kusa as well. Where's this terrace farm going? Oh, we're going to ignore that. All right, let's move on. We got whales. It's a whale of a time. I did not need to hear elephants because elephants aren't whales. Let's just throw this in here. Get some money out of it. We'll deal with it next stage. Yep, there we go. All right, so, yep, another merchant. Don't mind if I do. Off you go to let Moscow know that we need to be on the same page. That lets me know I'm about to get some more GDP. Yeah, we might crack 8. I need this to happen, though, which I don't think is going to happen through treasure convoys, unfortunately. I don't think we have enough room, and I kind of forced the age to end, so that's on me. All right, there we go. Some more gilded butterfly around. What do we got here? Welcome, Chiquita. Wow, okay, we got 36 tourism, which I don't really need, but Kingdom of Heaven I'll take. All right, we made it. Congratulations. Welcome to the club. Ayakuchu. Ayakuchu. Another expansionist attribute. Don't mind if I do. I'm going to go ahead and take this. That's actually very good for us. All right, so we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do all the treasure. All right. Let's go ahead and secure our fishing key and our harbor. I should have put it there, but oh well. It's a little late now. Apparently I can get a granary, which honestly is about the only thing worthwhile here. Unless it would be a woodcutter. I'll take the granary, though. Yeah, we'll take the granary. That's a ton. Yep, let me get that in there, too. Beautiful. I don't really care much else about this. It is mainly just here to do that. Oh, I should have done the temple. I could have spread religion a little more effectively. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We got the treasure resources. We're not going to get treasure in the amount of time. Even if we did, it wouldn't get over fast enough. I just wanted this to have an area to buy merchants, which... Well, actually, we don't need the merchants now, but... Okay, you all need to leave. I'm not letting my people die to sickness. That would be annoying. Okay, well, you might have no choice. Alright, so... Let's get our last mountain tile. Secure that in there. And then keep building walls. Yep, apparently I have to repair all. That's unfortunate. Let's fix those. And then, what do you mean I don't have a guild hall? I had a guild hall the whole game. Are you saying that these things can destroy guild halls? They can destroy buildings? Are you kidding me? That's what? That, I think, is ridiculous. That should not be a thing. Nah, I don't agree with that. All right, we're just setting these guys up for success. Anybody else need a gilded butterfly? Probably gotta say hi to Baghdad real quick. Parsa, Decilum, anybody? Anybody wanting a little piece of the pie? Nagapunin, maybe? How far is that? Oh, that's too far. That's too far. That's too far. That's too far. We've gone too far, guys. That is 8 turns, and that ain't gonna cut it. Could go to Moscow in about 4. I can get over here to Orid. Let's go for Orid, because this guy's already gonna be doing business. Pleasure. Just keep spreading the religion. Spread everything. Let's go. Ooh, I do have some woodcutters. Might be able to put some stuff in. Are you kidding me? You need to get out of here, boy. Where are you at? Where you at? Who's spreading religion where? I'm gonna beat you up. Oh, Machu Picchu. Okay, well, that's fair. I didn't do anything for that. That's on me for that one. Okay, not surprised that happened, but that gives me another chance to trade. Because the funny thing about doing going about your GDP is you actually want to trade more than you want to. I mean, you do want to control stuff, but all right, this is a city that will stay, so I am going to steal some of this production from Wanuku. Yeah, let's go ahead and support this. I'm fine with that. I have 1,300 influence, which is insane. All right, there's Chiquito, so that's gonna Boom, push me to... Yeah, I'm not going to have enough. Unfortunately, we're going to be just shy of this with the amount of turns left, I believe. All right, there we go. There we go. So, yeah, that got us to 740. We're 60 short. And I need to see how many turns are left. Hey, keep going, buddy. Keep going. I love these walls. I love everything about them. You just park it there, really. Yeah, just be on the other side of this. All right. Let's get a migrant going. Oh, I forgot about our volcano. We got to work that. Of course. All right, so let's just hop over here. Then we'll get Moscow. That'll work pretty well. Start a diplomatic action with everybody. I can't do anything here, so he's just going to die. All right, we got our dedication of fortifications if we want that, which we don't, but I figured why not. Aim for it, you know, have a little fun. All right, I will put a specialist here because next age, I'm probably going to put a city hall there or something with happiness on it. All right, so you're a production center, so you're going to steal that. Apparently not a very good one. Why did you say you had 5 production and lied to me? Why would you do that? Our relationship will Oh, no, it won't. See ya. Sorry, not today. Not today. Not today. All right, now I'm 2-turning these. That's not good. My walls, why are they so expensive? What do you got going on? Yeah, honestly, you're pretty much good. Nothing else really to go on here. Could do another fleet commander, apparently, if I want to be Britain. But we don't. We don't want Britain. We're actually... I like who we are, so let's just get some city walls. Let's finish off this wall, too, because, I mean, we're right there. You need to get rid of this garbage and then move on. Yeah, just keep making... Can you make anything else, by the way? A granary? Yeah, no, we're fine. Yeah, this is beautiful. I love all of these merchants. We're just going to kickstart our GDP economy next age. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. I really wish I had the percentage for the you're still dying. I hate that. I hate that you're still dying. 5 turns until the age ends, so we will be just shy of the GDP. That is unfortunate. We're just going to have to take it as is. All right. Yeah, so that 5%, is what it is. Just get some walls in here. I really do not care what else you do. You have 3 turns left, and I kind of do like the idea of an army commander right here, just in case. So we will do that. Buildings, improvements, and districts with a station commander are not damaged. Buildings, improvements, and districts and coastal settlements with a dungeon. Oh, I'm just going to take the science. That doesn't matter. All right, there's Moscow. Welcome to the club. All right, let's move out one. Do that. Again, we're just making a ton of people. That's fine. I'm going to trade with anyone and everyone. I don't care. Unless they're at war with me, then I can't trade with them, obviously. Unless I decide to take Friedrich's approach and be Prussia, but I really don't want to war anybody, so... really not what I want to do. All right, you need to go. Get moving. Ah, boy. Oh, yep, let's fill that in. We got to be a little careful, though. We will take a happiness hit next age, of course. Let's see what we got here. So, let's grab this for some science. We're not going to be here for... Oh, actually, yeah, steal that. Even though it says 6 production, which... That's 4. Which is kind of annoying, but whatever. All right, so we got Ayacucho set up. I'm going to give you a galleon... and then I'll probably get you a bombard, and that's really all the protection you're getting. That's about it, really. All right, keep filling in the walls. They're a lovely time. Yep, just keep putting them in. If anybody wants to come through my empire, it's going to be a slog because there's a ton of mountains and walls. It's hilarious. All right, we're done with that. Let's move on. You've made it to Ohrid, so good job. Now you just need to go... Yeah, that looks about right. All right, we got Machu Picchu. I'd love to get Ayacucho. I don't think we will, but... it's not a big deal. Looks like nobody else was really spreading their religion like crazy either. Ooh, okay, so I say that, and then someone had caused me a problem. Dang it. That is a 5-level convoy, and I can't get over there in 9 turns. Or, yeah, I mean, we'll send it out, but dang it, that is a bummer. That would have been fire. I should have went over there, like, years ago. Let's put this down, get another monastery. All right, apparently I can put in a... No, we're not doing this back and forth, my friend. All right, so there's that. So we were... 40. We were shy by basically 2 convoys. So who got converted? Because I don't like that. Bactria? No? Okay. Creek, Cusco, Kusa, Wanuku, Atrium, Chiquito. Someone came in here. Okay. Someone decided to be cheeky. Give me a temple. I don't care where. And then get me a missionary. There we go. We're going to solve that problem. I'm going to go ahead and start buying a few other things just to have for next age. Because it doesn't matter about... their adjacencies. All that matters is having the other stuff. All right, so this is a hospital. I have to finish building that to get into this amazing tile area. So there's nowhere else really to go. Is there any other gold or water buildings? No. Apparently there's a terrace farm. We'll go ahead and take that for some extra gold. Maybe I just go ahead and finish the hospital, actually. Let's just buy that. Yep, done. We have one more tile in here. Let's go for a kiln in there. And then we'll do a menagerie pavilion there. That's a big area. Now, do we have a place for an inn? Oh, we actually do. Let's go ahead and put it in then. We can let Chiquito do that. We'll just accept this combat strength. Alright, so there's that. Now we gotta choose production. Oh, walls, of course. Let's get that last wall in. It's a beautiful wall. It's the best wall. No walls could beat it. Alright? No wall could beat this wall. Alright. Except maybe the Great Wall, I guess. Alright, so Bactria is pretty much done. I really... You know what? Let's come in here and spend some money. Let's get some base yields going. So we do want some kilns and stuff. Is there really any places to go with them for an adjacency? Apparently I'm getting a science adjacency here for some reason. Let's just go ahead. Actually, no. I'm going to go out here. This is nothing to me. So is this one. Let's go here for this nothing. Alright, so give me that. We're just making a cultural center. And then I would like to put a hospital in. Put that there. I'll go with a menagerie too. I just want the yield. So you have 0 growth apparently. Bactria is not growing at all. So we could put an inn somewhere. It does give us gold. This goes for science. I'm going to go ahead and put the inn here. And we're going to move that production, or that population somewhere else. In fact, I'm actually going to steal from Creek. I'm surprised you're still not growing. Distant lands, religious pressure. You're kidding me. Stop doing this to me. Just leave me alone. Alright, Chiquito, we could plug in a few more things. Let's go ahead and do that. Just get some production in there. I know we're losing some gold, but it's a little bit of GDP I can take at the end of the age. So every little bit helps. Alright, so let's go ahead and get over here. Put down, I guess, a farm. I don't know if I could put anything on top of it. Apparently I can put a monastery. No, that terrace farm's staying. Alright, so you're staying as a galley. I can't afford anything, so actually we're looking pretty good. I mean, I want to take some money with me into modern age, but I mean, that was a lot of money. So let's see what our percentage is at left. I think we have like 3 turns left to really go with anything. So let's see what we got. Alright, that's a future civic and a future tech. And we got 2 turns left. Alright, so do I want to fill this in? We're at 45 happiness. I don't really think it's going to hurt us too badly if we go for that. So let's do that, because we can put... Oh, hey, we got enlightenment. I forgot about that. Alright, Bactria, I'm just going to take... You said you're still not, like, growing in food. Okay, there you go. Dismiss everything people are telling me, because I could care less. Alright, what we got here? So an economic point. Let's go with a resource capacity in cities. That'll be helpful. A scientific attribute point's fantastic. I will take the... The specialist is good, but we have a ton of towns, so we really want to make use of our towns for science. Oh, hey, there's an innovation here that I can snag in 2 turns I completely forgot about. So we will go ahead and grab that. Is there anything else I would want to grab in the last, like, turns or 2 turns? Not really. So I'm just going to hit Future Civic. We're going to scale this to 100. Let's grab some... give me Evangelist, just because my people keep trying to convert me, and it's annoying me. Alright, that's going to be our last wall in Cusco. We can at least get a few more walls in... Choctaw. There's nothing else to do in here, but we did get our army commander. So go ahead and secure me. I think 2 bombards would be great to have as a defense in Kusa. So we're going to do that. We're going to build a few more walls in here for the remainder turns. Apparently I have a monastery available. We will take both of those. Let's put those in. Beautiful. Alright, so we do have room. I could slot it. I'm not going to at this point. Again, we're just going to sleep all of these merchants. So many of them. Alright, we're almost done there. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the Gilded Butterfly. You're just going to sit tight there while we make some stuff for you. And that will be exploration. A very long exploration, but a fruitful and lucrative, very lucrative one, all the same. Alright, we got 1 turn left. I really wanted that attribute point. I wanted a lot of this stuff, but... Oh, hey, Choctaw got me something. Oh, did we? We got it. We got it. No way. They gave it to us. The Civ gods have spoken. We've obtained it. We've obtained it all. Oh my gosh, we actually made it. That's actually impressive. I didn't think we would. Alright, so we got all the big dogs in play for GDP. That's what we're talking about. Alright, so we're going to grab... Actually, yeah, grab me this. If I could get a unit over here to get something, that'd be kind of cool. That's actually a great... That's like a... Okay, that's like a top-tier gold tile. I want to get over there. I just realized that's a top-tier gold tile. Put that there. That's a 3 adjacency for the mountains, 3 adjacency for the water. Oh, that's a great gold tile. You have a You're lying to me. Oh, fine. You know what? You win. You win. Have the darn monastery. All right. Good grief, man. You annoy me to no end with this. Right there. Be done with it. This is basically where we'd want our defense. Well, actually, I guess maybe there, but whatever. All right, let's get our last walls and stuff in. You have 1 turn left. Yeah, just pop a wall in. All right, so you need to go to a thing, and there we go, Gilded Butterfly. Even though we're not going to keep the religion, I like doing it anyway. I like holding on to things. I'm a greedy man. I never want to let go. All right, so the Gilded Butterfly did a fantastic job. Roughly about 20% of the world follows it. We got that last little tiny tick of innovation, so let's see where we're sitting at the end of the age. 57 out of 75, so that's not great, but we're 4th place. 1st place in military, we're just settling. We only took 1 thing. We almost made 10,000, so we're sitting beautifully for an economic victory. And then cultural, we're okay. It's not ideal, but where we want to be, economics, we're doing fantastic. So yeah, this is the age of exploration is ending. Let's finish our turns out. Let's see here. Honestly, we're pretty much set. I think we'll grab a little food and science for Lataya Tampu. Let's go ahead. We have a ton of influence that we're going to lose, so we'll just say yes to a lot of stuff to make people happy. Oh, well, I guess they're not happy. This doesn't matter. Yeah, castles. Great. So we could stay the Inca, which makes 3 food and 2 production on mountain terrain. That's actually not bad. That's actually pretty good. However, I think we should be Nepal, because all warehouse buildings apply to mountain terrain, and they cost +1 gold and happiness maintenance. So it's a little expensive. A little expensive. We get tourism from unique improvements on mountains, because we can make those. And we have the chance to build Budinoth. But our main goal will be economics. But to get all this production and stuff that we're going to need for these buildings we want, Nepal is the way to go. Now, I do want to see what America's offering me here. It's not bad, not great. I really don't care about Mexico's ability, really. So I think Nepal is definitely the way to go. We get this amazing Roof of the World ability. And then there's the Highland Power Station, gives us 3 production and 3 culture on our mountains. So that's amazing. We're going to be putting some Sherpas out, putting more production and culture on ourselves. And then, of course, we have the Gurkhas, we got the Sherpas. We got a lot of abilities. Let's take a look here. We probably won't deal with much of these. We'll just have to see. So food and science buildings receive an adjacency from mountains. Hey, there you go. Great stuff there. Culture on mountain terrain in your capital, and 2 on mountain terrain in other settlements. That really boosts us. So maybe we do go with these first. Combat strength, if we're adjacent to mountains, that's pretty good. We are very mountain heavy right now. Like, our empire is just filled with mountains. It's amazing. And then we got innovation. That could be pretty beneficial. So yeah, maybe we do go through this, because really we just need the science yeah, we're going to select this. We're actually going to drop these. We don't need them anymore. Yeah, we don't need these anymore. So we're good there. Instead, let's take a look at what we can acquire. Gold per age for each resource assigned to cities. We could actually make more gold. That's actually not a bad idea for us. What else do we have available? Because we could do a few things. Gold per age for each imported resource. Well, I love doing that. So that'd be 3 gold per each imported resource. We could plug this in. That's not really great. Natural wonders, not much for us here. We could do happiness, +2 happiness per age on natural wonders. Social policies. Okay, that actually could be good. Help boost us back up. 3 gold per sanction. I don't really want to sanction anybody. I try to want to stay happy. That's not really good for us. What else we got? I'm trying to get some economic capability in here. We're really trying to do the economics here. 2 gold per... okay, no, I don't... Well, actually, some people don't like me, so that could be beneficial. We could get culture out of our trade routes, actually. Ooh, a trade route limit with all leaders. That would be big. That's really big for us. We do want that. And then we actually have a ton, so we could actually get a ton of culture out of doing our trade routes, which wouldn't hurt. Actually, you know what? Let's play into that. Let's play into that. So, okay, that doesn't matter. Yeah, let me do this. I think we're going to play into this. I don't really think there's anything else. I mean, we could make more money from our stuff, really, through the resources. Imported resources and resources assigned to cities. We could really get 6 gold off of each of those, which would be big. That's not a bad idea. We don't need the trade route range anymore. Really... I think that's it. Yeah, we run these 2. We get some culture and extra trade route extra trade routes. So yeah, I think that's the way to go. That'll help us get through our civics and stuff, because we have a ton of guys to send out. A ton of guys. All right, any other people doing anything? You can skip your turn. You can... let's at least pop off. There we go. A little gilded butterfly right at the end there. All right. Beautiful. That was a great exploration age. I think we're going to kill it in modern, so we are set. The Gilded Butterfly Guild is off to a great start. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, and we will see how modern shakes out with getting that GDP and just going wild. So until then, peace.